Okay, welcome to Chaotic Calling Streaming. I am the DM Starwind, about to take some friends, known as Dancing Lights, through another day in the world of Elsperia. Join us as we continue to discover the evil plots that are happening around us. I need to adjust the volume on this sound, even though that's good music. I think it's a little loud. Let's turn that down a hair. So, let's see here. We have with us today Zera, the half-elf assassin rogue.
Evening, people.
Insidaria, the divine warlock of Illumina.
Hello, hello.
We have Isabella, the druid of the moon people.
Hi.
We have Draken, the halfling dragon-born mixed tonic of a monk.
Hi.
Who apparently wants to make a deal with the devil later. We'll figure that out.
So,
what? Nothing.
if you die, I am not resurrecting you. I'm sorry.
Alright. So, last we left off, Dancing Lights, we have talked to the kingdom, told them about the prophecy, told them about this hell that was coming. You guys have been seeing Lamians running around the city in the shadows, hiding and maybe ambushing at times. You've also noticed a lot of wild beasts being turned by this shadowy figure, and two in particular.
Wolf?
Yeah, we kind of left off on a cliffhanger where you guys went to go find out what was keeping Liana, Oscar's sister, and Ninny, who was the seer, the leader of that group, and their group were dealing with a couple of shadow wolves who were under the possessive force of this dark miasma that's been overtaking the city. And yeah, we're face to face with the recognition now that these were the frost wolves that you guys were taking care of before, and they've just been kind of turned into these shadowy forms of their former self, and they've grown up a little. Maybe a little too much.
Yeah. Well, it cried and I seen and now I'm hurt.
Oh yeah. I can't remember. Was that because Arya punched
That was
it?
the cliffhanger.
Yeah, I think Arya went up there and punched it in the face. If I can recall. Oh, yeah.
Punch it in the face.
Yeah, Arya was a bitch. I don't know what to tell you. But let's... Okay, I think this music is too happy. So I think what we need to do is roll initiative? Is that right? I think so.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Alright, so I'm erasing everything at this moment. Don't roll
Okay.
yet.
Just tell us when.
Alright, click. Well, your tokens aren't on this. By the way, for those who are now looking in at the map here, this is a half-made map of Timor I've been working on. If you guys are wondering where your shop is, it's right here.
Okay, I'm just gonna put my... Can I put my token on there, or do I need to...
Yeah, you can drag your tokens over. Just put it somewhere on the side there.
Okay,
and-
I'll put it, like... right
Yeah, it does. Yeah, there's a little white space over there. I just wanted to show off the map before we got into this, because we're probably going to theater and mind this a little bit. But you guys are like 2 or 3 blocks south of the castle gates, and you're in this open street where, you know, you got abandoned buildings around you. You got your 2 wolves that are facing off with this small group, and then you guys came up from behind. But we're going to go ahead and roll initiative, and I need to pull... Oh my god, I got a shit ton of tokens to pull out. Let me start, because I'm going to use their base stats, but they are boosted.
Okay.
Once I find out what I did with them. There are a lot of things. I should really...
Dang, serious?
Well, he's a rogue. You should expect that from a rogue.
I only rolled a 10.
You should expect that from a rogue. Alright. And then we have Ninny.
However, it didn't show up in the turn order.
Oh, you didn't click your token. Yeah, you're going to have to pull your tokens off. Pull your tokens out into the white space or something.
White space.
Yeah, wherever you can find it, because you just need it for
the bottom.
There
reference.
you go.
You just need it for reference. Let's see here. We have Liana. We will use older Liana. We have Asmaria. Is she in here? Yeah, she's in here. I don't know about Area. Is she in here? Oh, she's in here too. Okay. And then, let's see. There is one more figure. Yep. Lindsay Starfarer is on the battlefield. And here lately, these, Ninny has been informing everybody, don't kill him. Don't kill him. There's something we can do to fix this. These are, because she's had a vision, and she's indicating, you know, that we don't need to kill these two beasts in particular, because there's something special about them, and she knows this.
Okay.
Now, I haven't done my initiatives yet, but so let me get started on that. Feel free to have a conversation pre-fight if you want while I get all my stuff going. Like, what's going through your head as I get these rolls out?
Well, I'm looking at my ring.
Right? I remember that ring. It does something, doesn't it? You want to remind us what it does?
It's a ring of animal influence.
You know what? I cannot bring up her character sheet. Why is that? Don't you just love being gone for a while and then nothing works?
You forget absolutely everything.
No,
Sorry?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Can my initiative be fixed to 21 instead of 15? Because
Yeah, let me... Can you go over there and fix it, or do I have to do it? Here, I'll get
I can do myself.
Never mind, there you go, 21. Alright, and I am just going down my list, trying to get everybody's character sheet open. And yeah, what's going through Zareth's head as he sees the wolf that he took care of?
I have no idea what's going on. You put down a rabid dog.
Sounds logical.
But because Ninny says, like, don't kill them, I have no idea how to follow up on this.
I'm going to look at Zareth and I'm going to say that's our pups.
I know.
Alright, I'm putting all these pieces together on my... God, why do I have so many? Why do you guys let me do this? Why do you let me do this to myself?
Because
Yeah, well-
you get old allies.
Yeah, well, you guys have made some great allies, so I'm a little happy that I got to introduce a lot of memorable characters. So, at the top of the order there, you see these two wolves, and they're starting to bark and growl, and I think Arya went up there and smacked one in the face, and then it comes to the top of the turn order. What do you want to do? You've been instructed not to kill them.
What's roughly my distance from...
I would say you guys
me
closed
to the
in
one?
within 20 feet of them. Like, you're 20 feet behind them, and you're able to observe this scene.
Okay, I'm going to, well, I'm not hidden, so I'm just going to rush up to the closest wolf that I can see, and smack it with the flat side of my sword to do non-lethal damage.
Let's see here. Lexi, odd or even? We're gonna see.
Even.
We're gonna see which wolf he hits.
He better not be mine.
Alright, so it'll be his. Alright, go for it. Left will be Lexi, and right will be Zareth. Alright, go ahead, Zareth. Make an attack
and
roll.
I'm going to attack with my short sword.
This is the new AC, by the way, for those watching. And we're gonna give him about this much HP.
That is 30 to hit.
Just a 30? God. Who the fuck are you? No, go ahead, you hit.
I got plus 12 to hit.
Oh, alright, so you go up there and you bap it with the back of the head. Area's engaged. So you would get sneak attack. And this is...
Sure, I take it.
And this is subdue damage, so what is it, 22? And what else are you doing?
22, yes. I'm going to pop a charge on my sword.
Ah, and remind us what your
to
sword does.
paralyze it.
Alright, and remind us what the sword does. Like, is there a DC I have to make? Because you gotta remind me what it does.
It's either 14 Constitution or 16 Constitution.
Alright,
I'm not entirely sure.
double check on that real quick while I roll the con check.
It's 14 Constitution.
Wow, good news. This thing is paralyzed for 1 round. Good work. We're gonna use...
Is the other wolf within range?
You better not.
Yeah, so you hear Isabella from behind, seeing you look towards her wolf, and she's like, you better not. Do you do it? I mean, you're with it. Like, you moved up 20 feet, and you still got 10 feet, so yeah, you can easily get over to the next one.
That's 21 to hit.
That will hit. And no sneak attack damage this time. So it's only
that's non-lethal.
14 blunt damage.
And I'm gonna pop another charge on my sword to paralyze it as well.
Alright, so the ideal is to paralyze them. That way you guys get some good old advantage on it. And this one too is paralyzed. So the 2 shadow wolves have become paralyzed. And then we come to... okay, yeah. Is there anything else for your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn? Alright,
yeah.
let me see what Lindsay
tie
can...
him up.
Yeah, let me check what Lindsay can do real quick. Lindsay will Thunder Wave both... No. She'll hold her action since she sees that the wolves have been subdued for this round. She will ready an action, or, have ready an action to cast Healing Word if anybody gets hurt. Winter wolves are nullified this round. Aria's like, what the hell should I do?
Tie him up.
Alright.
Make them go sleep, but not dead.
Alright, yeah, I think that's the ideal here for this part. So, Aria will continue welling. Let me see what she's got. And she'll have advantage on this because somebody decided to paralyze him. And I think her card is not updated because she's still level 5. So I'll just roll a d20, give her some pluses to that. Let's see. No, she'll miss with that. And then she gets another unarmed strike. That will probably hit. We'll do this here. And non-lethal, actually. Yeah, okay, we'll just throw that. Screw it. For 9 points of damage. She could do Flurry of Blows. Better do it then. I believe that's
She's
what...
a monk, so couldn't she do Stein's Strike to stun more?
Yeah, she could.
They're paralyzed.
They're already paralyzed, so I don't think it stacks.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be a waste. But she will use Flurry of Blows to kind of like throw... No, she's got advantage, so one of them hits, the other one missed. And I probably lost you guys on Discord. Give me 1 second, guys. We cut out. It did the thing. It did the thing. It did the thing. It was waiting for us to get to that part of the battle and said, we're just gonna cut the sound. Yeah, our budget has been... Oh shit, that's not the right button. Hold on, I decided I didn't want to play anymore, so give me a second.
And I have a plan to save them if everybody wait for me.
Let's see what we got going on here.
It's okay, I've studied wolves obsessively. I know where all their weak points are. Pressure points.
Claire's a
Pressure
chicken.
points.
No, you don't. Not on this character. Maybe with the other, but not this one. Alright, we're getting back into this. Sorry about that. So, yeah, we do, 5 more points of damage on this Wolfie? And...
because they're paralyzed, everything auto-crits start.
Ooh! Well, then I'll add 5 more.
If it's a punish.
And then the other one was 9, so that's 18. So we'll go ahead and take 18 off for that. Or actually, I should have just taken 9 off that. My bad. Because I already took off the other 9. Alright, so yeah, she comes up there, do a couple blows on it, and she's trying to knock it out. Isabella, what would you like?
I'm gonna do the thing.
Alright, so tell us what the thing... We'll let everybody know what the thing is.
So I'm going to activate my ring.
Uh-huh.
Do you want me to...
What I would like for you... Yeah, you can... Well, you probably don't need to post that, but you need to... Just explain to us what you're going to be doing with the ring, so that folks at home know. And
so, what I'm pretty much going to do is I'm going to use my ring of animal influence to help coax them out. And I'm going to use my higher level spell slots to help that.
There we go. Let's see here. So, how much are you willing to give?
Let's see. I'll give up my 2 5th level, my 2 4th level, and 2 3rd level.
Well then, roll me an animal handling check with advantage.
Okay.
As you kind of pull your hand out and you're aiming your hand out with the ring activated, and you're just putting your all into it, and you lowered the DC to like 8. So it wasn't going to be that hard to beat. And then all of a sudden, this wave of energy just kind of comes out from you and kind of cloaks over the 2 beasts. And they're paralyzed, so they become even more susceptible to it. So it's like they're pinned down. Mm-hmm. They're, see, what else does the ring do? It allows you to speak with animals, right?
Yes.
Alright, so
I believe so.
So as you're pulling this energy out of nowhere and it's sacrificing your spell slots, you can hear these wolves just clamoring, like the rage, the rampage. You can feel like the emotion of that coming through, like you can hear that coming off them. And it's like the darkness that's surrounding is causing this, and I gotta kill something. I have to do this. The evil within me compels me, and then all of a sudden this coaxing's like, what is this feeling is coming through them right now? And they're still bound by darkness, but you definitely have a hold on them.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to do for your turn? You do have a bonus action and movement.
Well, am I right up on my wolf?
You can be.
Well, actually, I'm going to move in between the wolves and put like both of my hands on their head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and,
you can do that.
Talk to them, telling them to come home.
Oh.
Like, we miss you. You need to come back.
Alright. We will come to the results of that whenever the wolf's turn comes up.
Okay.
Which is way... Okay, yeah, it's at the top of the round. As Maria will hold action because she sees that you're intervening. And if this didn't work, I had something set up for Ninny to interact with Borden, but Borden's not here. So she too will hold action. Liana as well. Draken, what would you like to do?
I'll be like next and behind my sister, like diagonal like that.
Mm-hmm.
And ready my action. Or hold my action.
Oh wow, this could get interesting. Alright, and...
Okay, so I'm gonna move my character up.
Yeah, this is like a mock ideal of what it looks like. So we come to...
that, then I'd be like right there.
We come to the end of the third order, which is Insidaria. What would you like to do?
I'd like to go up to Izzy's dog, and I say, may the purifying light cleanse your soul, and I cast protection from good and evil on Lizzie's dog.
Yeah, let me read this real quick, because it might have some effect, but let me see. Let's see here, until the end of the spell. I will allow them to make a saving throw. So let me... we'll call the DC at least 18, which... yeah. They would get advantage, but neither one of them makes the DC. However, there's still other events that are going on that can influence what's going to happen next. Anything else for your turn, Instadaria?
I did the best I could with that spell. I don't know what else to help with. Izzy.
It's okay. I've got.
So we come back to the top of the turn order, where it's Zareth. You see Izzy having some kind of control over the animals. And you know for a fact that these wolves will become free of your paralyzation on the top of their turn.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask. Well,
I figured that was coming up.
I'm not sure what to do. I will just hold my action to grapple one of the wolves as it tries to get up.
Alright, so you're standing ready in case something happens to where they, alright, in case they come out vicious, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I think I get you. Alright. Lindsay will cast Inspiration on... yeah, on Isabella. You hear a ripcord of the violin play through the air, and then all of a sudden this wave of energy just kind of circulates around you for a moment. And it's gone, and then you feel like a bit of inspirations hit you, Isabella, as your turn. Like your next saving throw, attack roll, or ability check, you can add a D10, I believe, for her.
Okay.
And the Winter Wolves. So we come to the results. You see this black mist kind of levitate above their body, and their furs start to purify into that white, frosty form that you're familiar with. They have been changed by this, but it looks like whatever it is that's possessing them through this miasma is slowly dissipating out of them as the words that you rang out come home. Definitely rings true to one of them. Yeah. Where the other one, like yours is definitely like the miasma's really pouring off it, but the other one's not going through the process as strongly. You feel like the other one might still be more feral than yours. So he's he's on that borderline where he's still influenced by his own innate evil, which is, making him influenced by this miasma. So you definitely feel the control slipping from the one that you bonded with. However, the one that Zareth was bonded with seems to be resisting.
Yes.
Let me roll a saving throw, because in a way you kind of have them...
yeah, I wonder why.
Let's see, you have them coax for a minute. Let's get creative here for a minute. So, what you're doing is like a coaxing. So, would this be... let's see, should I have Zareth roll me an animal handling check, and this will be the DC. And then he's gonna roll...
I thought it would be like persuasion or something for him.
No, we'll do animal handling. Because I believe that's his bad stat too. Yeah, I believe that's a bad stat for him too.
Yeah.
So basically you're setting the DC. Not bad. And he is going to... I feel like he deserves a bonus to this. So I'm going to add a D4 to this roll if it doesn't beat it.
With a D4, he can make it.
Yeah, let's see if we can do it. So here we go. There you go, he makes it. So it kind of rears up a bit, and then it snarls towards Zareth, and its eyes are focused on him. And just remembering some of the repercussions from before, it will go ahead and... should we do breath attack or should we do bite? Let's just do bite for now. That'll be easier. And just in case people at home are thinking I'm using the regular stats, I'm just adding a little extra to it. So we're going to add, let's see, we're going to give them a +2 because of the miasma. So whatever I roll here is +2.
17.
So, which makes it a 19. 19 hit you, Zareth?
Yes, and I'm going to use Uncanny Dodge.
Alright, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
I need to stop closing down my character. $16.
That'll beat it. So it bites onto you and it tries to rip you down. You use your uncanny dodge to resist half the damage, so 5 points of piercing damage as it kind of rips part of your arm, and then you rip your arm away. And then he's just kind of like set there in motion, like you're gonna pay kind of feel. Pack tactics wouldn't even matter. Alright. So that's the wolves. The other wolf just kind of like is zoned out. Like he is just going through this transformation a lot faster than the other one. So Aria's like, okay, so I see that you got this bloke over here all taken care of. But what about this bad boy? Should I just kill it?
No.
Alright. Stun it. On it. So she will try to do stunning strikes with her attacks. Once I bring up her character sheet again, where'd it go? Where did she go? Oh, there she is. Yeah, this character sheet needs up there. You want to roll it for me?
What? Okay.
Just do a regular attack for me. And then stunning strikes if you... Because you're a monk, right?
Yeah.
I'll let you fight for her. Because I don't have her stats updated.
I mean, if her stats are just the same as mine, then,
So what she's going to do is attack and stunning strike, and she's going to just keep adding attacks to stunning strike until they all connect. So that will miss.
Let me look at stunning strike.
No, you make the make your attacks. Do you get 2 attacks?
I'm pretty sure that is. Yeah.
Yeah, that okay. That one will hit. So roll me damage on that one, and then stunning strike.
I think it's a key point to stunning strike.
Yeah, but there's a DC involved. What is it? Do you know? Should have it on that
Your
information.
dex plus your wisdom plus your proficiency. Your dex and wisdom modifiers plus your proficiency.
That doesn't sound right. It's level you in flow. You spend 1 key point. The target must succeed on a con save or be stunned to the end of your next turn. So what is yours?
Key features.
Attack you and spend.
I have a key
Look
save
at-
DC.
Yeah, look at your DC on your sheet. Like, it would be in your spell DC, I believe.
No, it's not. Hold on, let me look at the monk class really quick. Key save DC 8 plus proficiency plus wisdom.
So 8 plus proficiency. Well, yeah, what would that be? I feel bad for not having areas
Maybe
set up.
12.
I didn't think she would be a factor.
For me, it'd be 14. I don't
14.
know about for her what her wisdom is.
We'll just call it 14. So it has to make a con save. 14. We'll go with 14. Sounds good. And it succeeds. So do your stunning strike now, because she's going to spend another key point to do stunning strike, or not stunning strike, but flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows.
Yeah, she's going to spend another key point to do flurry of blows. So do whatever would flurry of blows be. Unarmed strikes.
I think that's 2 extra.
Yep, and then we need to make... You roll damage, and I'll roll these con saves, because she's going to add... Damn.
Both hit?
Yeah, they both hit. Okay, the last one finally stuns. So go ahead and do damage. So 18... How much altogether? Because I think I missed the other one.
18,
7, so it'd be 25.
Alrighty, thank you. See, I got people helping me with math. There we go. So you take off 25 points, or she takes off 25 points. Thanks for rolling those for me, because, like I said, her sheet's not updated. And she's like, alright, there, finally, got it done. And she's just, like, getting ready to box it some more, as she finally gets done ripping into a new one. Isabella, you have influenced the ring. The power is still spewing from your hand and trying to take away the miasma from your wolf and his. What would you like to do? You're free to make an action while this is still going on. I'm sorry. Go for it.
I'm gonna continue talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to apologize for Zara's negligence to it. And I'll make a vow. I won't let him hurt it again.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
17.
Sounds pretty persuasive. It's been considered.
Wait, she was given.
Do I need to make
Inspiration.
another animal
You can use your inspiration on top of that if you want. Do you want
Yes.
to add that? Okay, roll a d10.
D10?
Yep, and this can move it from 17 to something even better. 18. 1. Well,
Okay.
so that turns it into a 21.
Okay. Do I need to roll my handling now?
No, you're currently handling them just fine, but from the spells you burned and the control you're wavering with this energy. So, the wolf, after it struck Zareth, it hears you make this vow, and it looks towards you, and the miasma starts to peel off it just a little bit more. It's not as intense as your bond, because your bonded beast obviously has more affection for you, but it seems to be responding to what you just said.
And as my end result, I'm going to lean in and nuzzle my wolf. And continuously say, come back to me.
So, what? Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm just going to kind of play a scene here. So I could just imagine Isabella putting her snout up against the wolf and then just like rubbing her hands through his furry ears and just kind of like forehead to forehead, come home, come home.
Yeah.
So the white fur on the face is full now. The black is like slicking off it like an oil stain, like off a duck's back or something. And it's like floating upward into the air. Like, if it was raining, it's raining in the wrong direction as it's going into the sky. Like, this black ichor is like raining upward off of this beast, and it's slowly purifying it.
Yeah.
And eventually it gets to the tail. And then all of a sudden, the wolf kind of crumbles into your embrace and just kind of faints for a moment.
I hold it.
And Ghost is back.
Along with Zara's wolf.
Now, Zara's wolf is still... What was Zara's wolf's
Well,
name again?
that meaning I'm still putting my hand on it.
Oh, yeah,
That's what I mean.
you're still active. Zarath, what was your wolf's name again? I can't...
It was an elven name. You can't pronounce it.
Yeah, that's why I can't remember it.
I think we was like calling it Snow White or something. It was something along those lines.
Yeah, it was Snow White and Elven, I believe.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
it?
that one was.
See, I was out of that loop, I think. But either way, so yeah, Snow
Because
White...
he's got the bitch wolf.
Oh, no wonder.
insult.
No wonder she's pissed. Alright, so yeah, she's her brows, her anger towards Zareth is kind of like waning a little bit. I mean, she's still mad at you, but she's like paying more attention to her now. But we kind of like float through the turn orders of NPCs who are just kind of like gawking at all this information that's going on. for Asmaria's turn, she just kind of like spins her scimitars around and sheaths them. It's like, is it over? And Nini kind of replies on her turn, one is taken care of, the other is still fighting. Liana just kind of like holds her bow ready and just kind of walks beside Nini, just kind of protecting her. And then we come to Draken. Is there anything Draken's doing?
I'll stay close to, like, within, distance, just in case the wolf tries to hurt my sister.
Alright, so
I don't think that's gonna happen, so it's like I'm not really too worried about it.
Kalak came with us too, didn't he?
Yes.
Boy, I forgot all about him. He's just been like, since you told him he can't kill me, he's like been sitting in the back. It's like, when do I get to fight? This is getting boring.
No kill.
Oh, you poor thing.
I can give you a drink later.
So we come to Insidaria. Is there anything on your turn?
Hello, big doggy. Please calm down. I know it's bad, but please come back to us.
I want you to make... Because you're kind of
Swear
like...
to God. If you bring it down, I'm killing you.
Have you not learned anything from Aaron yet?
Why does everything hate me?
Yeah, the wolf kind of like turns and looks at you and growls. Not very happy with the soothing voice you're trying to put on.
I look at the ground. What did I do wrong?
You didn't offer food, Kalak says.
You opened your mouth.
You opened your mouth. Oh, man. Alright, so back at the top of the turn order, Zareth, your wolf is kind of responding towards what you can see Isabella trying to do. Is there anything you want to do? It is still in the stunning strike.
Let me check if I have a ration.
It might actually help.
No, I don't have a ration.
Oh,
But I can get Goodberry. Try to feed
I mean, you can dig into my pocket. I should have rations there.
What do you want to do?
And I can't guess Goodberry because I haven't replaced my mistletoe yet.
Oh, okay. So we are... What are we doing then?
I'm starting to rummage through my pocket trying to find something that's not there. That's my turn.
Yeah, that's your turn. So Zara's looking for something. He didn't know what he can find. Alright, so Lindsay's
give
going...
Zara some turkey. I'm like, here, take this. Like it.
I think Lindsay would like play a soft, lulling melody. Like, it may or may not do anything, but she's just like gonna try to coax him along with music.
Yeah,
And
try
so-
to ease it.
Yeah, so she's playing like a slow, soft, something to just kind of lull them, like maybe a lullaby of some sort that she's trying to play. But it doesn't do anything magical, but I will roll a performance for her to see if it may or may not influence any future rolls made, depending upon what we decide to do. Excuse me. I'm enjoying this. Is everybody having fun?
Yeah, so far, yeah.
I'm working very hard. I'm pouring my heart and soul into these things.
Yeah.
Very relaxed.
Alright, so her performance isn't too bad. We come to the Winter Wolves. The one that you vowed to kind of walks towards you. Not very far. I mean, you were pretty much in arm reach. And it like pulls its head towards you and kind of looks at you as if measuring your words, checking to see if you're true to your meaning. Does not make any attacks, but that's all it can do because it just came out of stunning strike. And Aria's like, should I stun it again?
No! Stop it!
You're the boss, right? I should follow that lady, right? Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can
but-
stun it. Can I? Can I start?
You could have. Yeah, so Isabella, what would you like to do this round? The
Okay,
glow of the
so
ring is still flowing.
I'm going to lift my hand up and easily, slowly press it to Xerath's wolf's cheek. And I'm gonna whisper, "You can trust me. I'm true to my word." And then I'm going to I'm gonna show it that I'm petting my wolf and holding it like a mother would its cub to see if that would do anything.
Make animal handling at advantage because you do have the ring going.
13.
Not bad. This wolf,
8.
would you say? Yeah, you're at 18 on that one. You're kneeled down on the ground, and your wolf's head's in your lap, and then all of a sudden, this wolf finds a spot that's opened up in your lap where it can rest its head, and in the dark, miasma starts to flicker off, the ichor kind of floating into the sky, and then slowly the white fur turns back to normal, and then both wolves are now falling asleep in her lap.
I'll just gently pet over their heads easily.
You and Grandpa were always big animal nerds.
Shut up.
Initiative order at this time is broken, but we'll keep the initiative turn orders there in case we need to start a new round. You guys are all out in the open with the other group, and Lindsay sees that, maybe her music helped. And then Isabella's got these two wolves there that she's kind of tending to. They're asleep. They seem to be exhausted from the transformation. However, they are no longer pups. They are full-grown winter wolves now.
Full-fledged, yes.
The effects of the shadow apparently aged them to adulthood.
Okay.
So what's the plan with these two?
Well, I made a vow, and I plan on keeping it. Xerath, that means no hitting it.
Hey, I only did it when it attacked me.
Regardless.
Yeah, and you can see the 5 ladies from the other side come up and greet you guys. And then he says, "See? Told you we were not supposed to kill them." And she'll greet you. "Warm winds." What?
Yeah, now, let's stop and watch formation and move back to the castle.
We have
no
2
desire to
sleeping
get
wolves
over
here
it.
on me. How am I gonna get up?
The funniest thought that I had just now is, damn shame Dragon's not a dragonborn. You might actually be able to pick one up, huh?
Don't
where's
worry,
that demon?
Sindri, I got this. I could help lift it up.
Yeah, well, yeah, you probably could. Who's picking them up? You're picking up Ghost.
I'm gonna pick up Xerath's wolf.
You're gonna pick up...
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up Xerath's wolf.
And then Sydney's gonna pick up Ghost?
Yes.
Alright, make athletics checks for me. And this isn't really to, determine if you can pick them up at all. It's just to determine how worn out you're gonna be. Oh, yeah. That's good. Yeah. Alright, so they're heavy. Yeah. And I would think with the aid of, anybody who's walking with you, they can be here, let me get that haunch for you and help hold them up a little bit better. You guys managed to get back to the castle with no incident whatsoever. If you guys would have rolled lower and it would have taken you longer, there's a possibility you might have ran into something. But there's the regalia that's standing outside the front gates, and they see you all coming back, and they quickly open the gates and let you all back in. And at this point, you're led back into the main what is it, the main courtyard. So you're out in the courtyard where there's still a bunch of soldiers lining up getting ready to defend, And you're in this open field in the courtyard where you can lay these wolves down. And what would you guys like to do at this point? You're back inside castle walls.
Now that the wolves are dealt with,
You can see...
I want to cast Cure Wounds twice on my wolf, because that's the one that's hurt most.
Alright, yeah. Go ahead and roll. Okay.
That's 17.
Nice. Their HP actually reduces back to their normal state, so they're no longer buffed. But I would say, like, after they wake up, they'll be at full health with that. And, yeah. You see Sparrow come out and greet Ninny and her crew. Ninny, it's been a while. How have you been? Warm winds, Sparrow. How have you been? Now here I am. I have to talk to myself again, guys. Sorry. I'm gonna. So,
it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird because one, I'm not giving these guys voices because they're more normal than average. That, and I don't do a good feminine voice. So yeah. And he's like, well, yeah, things could be better, as you can see. And he just kind of points out the obvious, and then he's like, yeah. So we are here to assist. Great. The Seer of Kazi is going to be able to help. That'll be great help. And so this is day 3, so we still got one more day until hell actually comes, right? And this is Sparrow just kind of like asking out loud to everybody who wants to chime in. Because, yeah, I don't like
seems
talking.
like tomorrow's when the real siege starts.
I believe this was still the second
No.
day.
No, it was the third.
The third? Okay.
Yeah. You guys had that long rest, and then you went through this day, and this is like half part of the day. You're in the afternoon hours, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
And, so there's still a lot of things you could do on day 3 before we get to day 4, Armageddon, or whatever you want to think of that as. Maybe I'll even have this map finished. Who knows? But I think what I would like to do is kind of figure out what we want to do for day 3 to finish up. And for those who can't make it today, I might go back and see what they wanted to accomplish while all this is happening. But for now, let's focus on who we have here. The wolves are your priority, right, Isabella?
Yes.
So you'll be taking care of them for the better part of the day. What is Draken's view of everything that's going on right now?
Draken wants to, set up plans for whenever shit hits the fan.
Yeah, so
So
this...
he would, try to lead, a scouting party to, scout out positions where, could be defendable, could be useful to...
So you want to offer your services to go out and scout with their scouting parties that are already created?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll do some rolls here.
I'm gonna also warn them about my brother's habit.
Oh, okay.
What habit?
Oh, yeah.
What habit?
Of
So-
getting yourself killed.
Yeah,
That
so...
only happened once.
So a bunch of cloaked figures walk up to Sparrow and it says, alright, we're about ready to head out, and you're wanting to offer your service to join these scouts. And Isabella's coming in there chiming in. Yeah, go ahead and have that conversation as Sparrow's about to direct these scouts.
So, my brother...
I just stared daggers at her.
You just need to know that he can be a little spontaneous, but you need to know that he also is a drunk. So keep the alcohol away from him and he'll be perfect.
I just walk over to the nearest thing and I just start hitting my head against it. I never drink too much.
At any rate, it's alright,
That was when I was younger.
Well, now you're
that's,
even.
That's what got him killed. So.
Wait, he died?
He did.
What?
Why do you think
I
I'm a
had,
halfling?
I had to resurrect his ass.
I'm just like...
Was that a failed reincarnation? I mean,
it is what it is.
you know, the gods are fickle. Like, when you use reincarnate, they seem to have their fun. My condolences.
It's fine. I would really like my brother to stay and not die again, because I will not reincarnate you again. You hear me?
I'm just like mouth agape, like
getting the 5th degree over here.
God, with you now, I think I want to become a drunk.
All right. No wonder he's
Sometimes
always. That might be the reason why. Who knows? Overbearing siblings and overbearing adults or parents. All right, so that's.
It was never like this. He's supposed to be the adult one over here.
All right, so
child.
Yeah. So Drake, and I'm sorry, make a survival, and since you're with these scouts, we'll make it at advantage.
Survival at advantage.
Yeah. So you're scouting out the city, looking for key points to protect. Maybe even detect any enemies that might be creeping up on the castle walls. So, like, the town's been evacuated, right? And you notice, like, we'll say, like, the castle. Like, if you're looking at my map, the castle's, like, up here in the northwest here. But you come down to these buildings over here, if you can see where I'm pinging. And your scout group picks up like 4 or 5 straggler people who are walking into these buildings. And they're like, we told them to evacuate, but I guess not everybody's leaving. I guess these might be what they think are safe houses.
Should we check on them
in
some way?
We can. I mean, we can just go in there and ask them to leave. Escort them out of town if they'll allow us, but if they don't want to go, we can't force them.
That's understandable.
Alright, so you go in with the scouts, and this elderly man and 2 boys, or 2 grown men who might be his boys, human, black hair on the younger gentleman, and this guy's gray as can be, maybe even like the forehead is like balding up a little bit. And he's got a wispy look to him. Yes. What do you do?
Oh.
Instead of playing with my map.
I'll, say, excuse me.
Yes.
Citizen.
Yeah.
You know there was an evacuation earlier, right?
No, we're not going anywhere. We got too much planet here. We can't leave. We'll defend this town if we have to. And he raises a cane up in the air as if he's ready to hit something. Just point me at him. Grandfather, no, he's too frail to move around, so we have to. We can't evacuate.
Well, I don't know if being in the empty city is the safest place.
Just point my stick at him and I'll hit him till they're thwacked. Grandfather, please. The scouts kind of like chime in. Alright, well, we can offer to help you relocate. But if you do not want to go, we cannot make you. But just know that your queen would rather see you safe than dead.
Back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
And one of the boys is like, we do appreciate everything that Queen Ray does for us. And in a way, we would like to help if we can. But for now, we're going to defend this ground right here with the grandfather here because he cannot move. He's too frail, and he's like in this chair and everything. Like he's not getting up. Like it's like a wooden wheelchair of sorts. He just kind of raises that cane up again. Come on, just point me at him. I'll swing and it'll be fine. It'll eventually go down. Maybe with a couple of natural 20s. But the scout kind of like takes your shoulder and says, we'll just have to let them be. Whenever the fighting breaks out, we'll make sure there's a unit here to protect them. That's the best we can do. So, and this kind of continues as you're kind of like going through town to town, or, you know, going throughout the town, and you're finding stragglers in certain buildings, and basically the scout is like marking his map, saying, alright, there's people here, here, here. So he's basically marking known survivors in the town that need to be protected. So those are points that they're going to have to try to defend. Otherwise they're going to lose citizens, and that's the last thing they want to do. But as far as that goes, with your survival check, you still make out shadows in the streets, the alleyways, places where people aren't looking, but nobody seems to be getting more aggressive. So you make it back eventually with these scouts with a fully tic-tac-toed dotted line, every other house on this street, and then, you know, just a whole bunch of X's scattered all over. And he presents it to Sparrow, saying, these here are the people who did not leave, and we might want to send regiments to kind of protect these locations if needed. And you're just kind of there listening to that conversation, but you're also like, alright, well, thanks.
Is there any way we could try to move those who can't move themselves without...
If they do not wish to leave, we cannot force them.
Well,
No.
I mean, like, give them the option to.
We'll come back to your scenario here in a minute. I'm just trying to give everybody a chance to gloss over things.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to come back to your scenario. So, Sydney, what's your outlook on things?
I'd like to... Just try to see if I can rest people's souls and just give them some prayers.
Alright, so you're trying to boost morale?
Yeah.
Let's see here. What stat do you think we should use for you to roll? Just to get your opinion. I was thinking
Persuasion
religion.
or religion.
Yeah. I'll let you pick.
Something charisma based, because she's trying
There
to
you
put
go.
up a face.
So you go around like telling everybody it's gonna be alright. The goddess protects you. You know, every little thing you can think of that Illumina would bless upon these people.
Yeah.
So yeah, your
I just
morale.
do a little
Yeah.
prestidigitation of a little light, and as I pat their shoulders, like, light will guide you
Mm.
and
Okay.
protect you. Try
Sure.
your best.
Is there anything else you want to achieve while this day is progressing?
Is it okay if I try to hunt just around the area of the castle of Luminas? Or,
Well-
Lumina was people, or no? With the
What
guards,
do you-
maybe?
Are you wanting to like go out into hunting packs or something?
Close to the castle with some guards, maybe?
Okay, you just want to help defend the wall in case something comes up.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, you can easily do that. Like, and for the most part, you're there kind of bored, so you're still offering your moral support to those around you. Zerath, what is your ideal for today? Like, what do you...
I want to hunt down some mistletoe so that I can cast good berries again. So I would like to visit Spencer and his group of mages.
Yeah, they might have some spell components. I tell you what, just because you're a ranger in this aspect, make a survival check to see if you can find somebody who has any spare mistletoe. Does it consume the mistletoe?
Natural? No, it doesn't. It's like have it once and then you can always cast.
Then you should be able to keep casting it. Your mistletoe stays, right? That's what I'm asking.
Yes, but I got myself thrown in prison and everything was taken.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so you're asking around, and you're asking a bunch of mages who kind of look at you like, I don't have anything for that, sorry.
Well,
So,
thanks
yeah.
anyway.
I mean, it was worth a shot. Yeah. But, so...
I'm going to drop by Isabella. Next.
Okay. Yeah, she's tending over the wolves.
Isabella,
Yes.
do you have some mistletoe that I can borrow?
I have meat.
No, that...
Obviously.
You don't eat mistletoe.
Well, sure, thanks anyway.
Yeah. Apparently, she doesn't pack mistletoe either.
Now I want to go to the kitchen, get something alcoholic to drink, and try to offer it to Calic.
Interesting. Make a... Okay, so just give me the idea of what you're trying to achieve here.
Well, a couple of... first that would be yesterday. I offered him a deal. I give him a drink and he won't offer me a deal. He refused to take my drink, not the deal, so I'm trying to hand him a drink.
He simply says, I'll pass. I got better things to drink than this slut.
I'll take it.
I pour it on the ground in front of him.
It was a joke! God, none of you get a joke! I just walk off.
Yeah.
And then I want to speak to Sparrow.
Alright. Yeah, he's pretty much running the brigade in Queen Ray's place. Like, he seems to be the general, so to speak, of this operation.
Sparrow.
Yeah, what's on your mind?
You know the first evening that we met?
Yeah, when you came running into the back courtyard with some dragon
Exactly.
chasing you? Yes, I think I remember something like that.
Would you mind if I take a couple of guys and make sure that there are no other entryways that except that are meant for it? On the castle walls, and then from the castle walls to the actual building itself.
So you want to do an inspection on our premise just to make sure there's no entry points. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I want to make sure that no one can slip through the cracks in the wall or between patrols or whatever.
Alright, so he will offer you a couple architectural type individuals to join you, 2 of them, and then he'll offer you 4 men to go with in case something breaks out. Make an investigation check as you go exploring around the castle. And these guys are like keeping you out of certain areas, though.
Okay, but do they help me with the areas where I am
Yes,
allowed
I would
to?
give you and I would give you advantage since they are helping you.
24.
Yeah, you go through most of it, and you do find one spot that could be a hassle. Looks like it's an old passageway that leads out of the castle down the hill. Like, it looks like a secret escape route. Should we seal this off?
Yeah. That's a do.
Alright, so we'll seal off this escape route then. Alright.
I don't think it is used anymore.
Alright, so the rest of these guys will gather up supplies and they'll go to work on that. And then as you're investigating the rest of the castle, you're satisfied that you don't find any other entry point, just that hidden escape route, which was really hidden, but you found it because of your thorough investigative skills. So you said, nope, close that off. We gotta get rid of it. Alright, and then after that, one of the mages approaches you as you come back to the courtyard and says, look, I found this from a halfling that kind of stopped by with some supplies. It's some mistletoe, and he hands you a twig of it.
Oh, well, thank you for keeping an eye out. I really appreciate it.
I remember you were looking, so there you go. That would probably be Hollow that said that. She was being considerate, and she's like, well, here you go. My Hollow voice impression is terrible, so you have to deal with that.
It's okay.
Oh, Hollow, yes, the one that I dragged around the corner when all shit went.
Yeah, because she kind of fainted.
Yeah. I really wanted to get out of there.
So
she's okay.
Alright, so this was like maybe a couple hours passing, and the wolves are starting to come too at this point. Did I skip anybody by chance? No, I think we got pretty much everybody a scene there, right?
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
And yeah, Callic's over there talking to, I would say he's talking to Oscar, and Borden's just like wandering around making sure everybody's okay. Pretty much doing moral support as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 2 hours pass, the wolves start to stir from their slumber, and they kind of get up, and Ghost instantly gives you the coldest lick you've ever had, Isabella. and Snow White just kind of wakes up on the other side there, just kind of looking up at you, kind of like, you promised. kind of look.
I did promise, and I tend to keep it. So I kind of just I want to ruffle their fur, like, gently.
Mm-hmm.
And like both, I'm gonna offer them each a ration.
Something odd though. You seem to have a permanent connection with Ghost. Like, you do not need to cast Speak with Animals to hear his thoughts.
Oh, nice.
So, like, everything you poured into rescuing him has opened up a connection to where you can tell, I am kind of hungry. You can hear these thoughts coming off. Even though he's not directly talking to you, you can tell what he's thinking. Yeah. And you feed him rations, and you're like hearing, yeah, that's really good. I'm hungry. Nom, nom, nom. My master is the best master.
Correction. Mommy.
Mommy is the best mommy. Alright, it looks like Oscar's loading in.
Woo woo.
Hello? Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
Alright, so basically we got the wolves.
So much.
Hey, the whole gang's here finally.
Sorry guys, I'm feeling like shit right now.
No, you're not the...
just woke up like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, I sent a ping, but I figured something might be up. So basically, we got the wolves back. We're behind the castle walls again. And we've been spending a couple hours, like, doing, like, detail work around the area just to kind of, like, sift out if there's any bad holes in the ground, like entry points or something to that effect. You know, just random stuff. And you guys came in at a point where I think we're going to take a quick break. So if you guys want to, like, yeah, let's take a break.
Okay, I could actually try to get a drink and
yeah, go ahead and get settled in and everything.
I'll be right back.
Yep, so
Your puppies are saved, just so you know.
Yeah. So, just to remind everybody who's watching, and my players as well are welcome to join, we have a raffle going on right now, where I am giving away one of my Humble Bundle Steam keys for Resident Evil Revelations. So, join the raffle on the stream, !raffle, and you will be entered. And I'll give that away at the end of the game.
So does that mean you have Vermintide now?
No, I didn't get it. This is previous stuff that I have that I haven't gotten rid of yet. So, yeah.
I think something's on the keyboard.
Yeah, I noticed that actually.
Okay, I'll be right back.
No, we got a few people in the giveaway, about 3 of them. So if you guys want to jump in,
considering that both Razor and so much are now here, I have a question about how Revivify actually works.
About how what works?
You know that rest spell that if someone dies and you have to revive it within 1 minute because else it...
Revivify.
Oh.
I could have answered that for you. Why didn't you just ask?
Because, well, now I'm more curious as of why, because the spell doesn't list it.
Oh, what about it?
Well,
Not listed?
if somebody dies, like they fail all 3 of their saving throws, you get a minute to go up there and hit Revivify and then bring them back to stable.
Yeah, I know, but I'm more concerned. What I want to know is why the time limit is specifically 1 minute.
The time limit's 1 minute because there's also shit like that.
Because it's the
I don't
level.
have to pick you up within a minute. I just have to get general repose on you within a minute. And then I can take 10 days to bring your ass back.
Because I said this on Discord like last week, is to get Oscar out of his deal with the Fiend Gallic. If we use a ring of mind shielding and Oscar dies, he has the option to put his soul into the ring of mind shielding. And he can then choose to leave that ring when he chooses. So, does Revivify work if you put the ring on, Oscar leaves it, and then casts the spell?
Yes, I would need a corpse or other remains, and a soul would count as remains of the deceased person.
Because then I need to take Borden for a walk alone.
I mean,
after the break.
That I have more things in my arsenal than just.
Well, we try to get it. I would like to get this done without the pit feed immediately noticing.
I mean, I can also just raise dead. And then I can fix their body parts. I think greater restoration. I don't know. That one, no, it's not greater restoration. Where is it?
But I'm going to grab a drink real fast, and then I'm going to come back.
Yeah. We'll get you a drink.
Hey, star checks, DMs.
Alright. You don't have to worry about it, I don't care. I mean, you can if you want, but... let's see here.
You know, for being a life cleric, I have a lot of necromancy spells.
I did notice that.
I'll keep them alive.
I mean... Oh, I don't want to output that as an attack right now. I want to put that as a spell card real quick. Because there's one of my... Oh, for fuck's sake, don't output it as a... fine. We'll get a description. I will get a description. Perfect.
Okay. I'm back.
Welcome back.
I have a lot of ways to keep you fuckers up. Just... I forgot that was busted as hell.
Hey, quick question.
Hmm.
If fly is cast on you, do you keep the running speed that you have as your flight speed?
Yeah.
Unless the fly spell says you gain a flight speed of X feet per round, I believe, yeah, it takes your move speed. But if it says you gain a flight speed of 40 per round, then you get 40. So.
I'm back. What's happening?
Still on break.
Looking at my necromancy spells, which is a ridiculous amount.
Okay. It actually lists 60.
Oh, there you go. You get 60. Yeah, that's just wrong.
Well, that's usually what necromancy is.
By the
Oh,
way,
no. Looking at something.
by the way, that's a sample of the map for Timor. And in case you're wondering, your building's over here.
Yay.
What, over here, did you mark it or did you just ping it?
I just pinged right there. It's your
Oh,
forge
okay.
right there. And it's the house. And you got all that space there to work with.
What's the...
Well, don't block it with a blue block.
you know, do we live in a fucking Olympic swimming pool?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
So I wanted to draw a blue square around it, but
Yeah, you filled the square instead?
Need to put clear on fill.
I find a
I'm back.
pool of water and I run across it. because
Why
I
don't
can't.
you stop drawing on my map? I got things to do with that still. Welcome back. I think that's everybody.
Very blurry.
What?
Okay.
Okay, we take the BRB sign off. Alright, we're back. Once again, if you want, you can enter the raffle. Exclamation mark raffle. I'll be giving away a game at the end of the session here. And just to get back into things, we had Isabella use her ring and imbue it with a shit ton of spell slots to achieve a goal that she personally wanted, which was to free these frost wolves from their shadowy form, and has returned them once more into their natural form, but they are now fully grown due to the influences of the darkness. You guys are now back behind castle walls, and we've been pretty much going through everybody, like trying to figure out what everybody's thoughts are for what's about to happen, and if there was anything throughout the day they wanted to achieve. So let's see, I got everybody else, so let's go with Borden. Is there anything that you want to achieve before the next day comes? We're probably looking at afternoon right now, and Sparrow's running, like a bunch of scouts and infantry generals to go into certain positions. If you have the mages there, you have Nini and her group there.
Temple got word. Was there any return word from the temple about this whole clusterfuck?
Nothing that's like abundantly relevant at the moment. Like what you see right now is a bunch of militia being done. If there's anybody who's dealing with the temple, they're not out here. Like, you're finding yourself out in the courtyard where everything's being organized on the military front. So if there's people looking into it from a religious standpoint, you might find them elsewhere in the castle. If you want
I just know the temple will have a lot of the divine casters capable of, putting the forbiddance or, fortification spells up, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I just want to check on them. But if they're either not strong enough to do that kind of shit, or just incapable of mustering numbers.
Yeah, and like it seems like the numbers that, like, this wasn't a militia-like church. Like, there are certain churches that that would specialize in it, but this here is like more of a respite type church where they tend to the, they tend to their own, they tend to the flock, like if they were the shepherd, making sure that those in poor conditions get treated and stuff to that nature. Like the orphanage is their thing too. But yeah, you kind of look around, there's really no protective barriers being placed or anything of the divine nature. Oscar, is there anything coming to mind for you? Like, what's your thoughts on this?
I'd try to get people that wouldn't leave the city, try to come to the castle.
We had a scout group go out earlier, and they found some people who were just too reluctant to leave. They have been informed that, they would help them leave if they wanted, but they just did not want to move.
I mean, if I run into people like that, I'd ask, is there any way I can get you to go to the castle? If they're going to stay in the city, they may as well stay somewhere safe.
Right, and this one group, two young men, the old man, kind of like, we can't leave grandfather. He can't be moved. I mean, if he moves, there's no telling what'll happen, and this is our home. We'll defend it. And the grandfather back there with a cane swinging in the air. Just point me at him! I'll hit him! That's alright, Grandpa. We'll get this. We got this. Ah, come on! But,
if I can safely get him to the castle, will you follow?
I'm sorry.
I have bad ideas.
I have an even worse.
Yeah, and they're just telling
okay,
you
what's yours? Because we could,
Hang on, I'll message you.
What? See, this is where I don't like the conspiracy.
Oh, it's not gonna be too awful. It's just...
Well, just for me to finish and fill up the dead air while you're texting each other. Yeah, they're basically telling you that, look, this is our home. This is our things. It's not that we don't trust the kingdom to protect us, but we're not leaving. And earlier the scout had reported all these people to the kingdom, and they were going to send regiments to these locations anyway to help fortify, protect it in some way.
Okay.
We're going... Okay, yeah, no. So... Grandpa's ready and raring to go.
Oh yeah, this is his house. He's going to protect it. just point them at him. Is what he's telling his boys, and his boys are like, no, just it's okay. Just don't move around too much. You're already old. You're already venerable. We don't want to, you know.
So, how about if the man's so up at arms about, protecting his house, let's fix some arthritis kind of shit. Let's give him a fair shot.
Your lesser restoration will not afflict his aged conditions in this case. Like, his conditions are more naturally acquired than what you've been taking care of previously. Like, he's well into his years. Like, even just relieving whatever load.
Oh, I understand he's old, but, if I can take at least some weight off him to...
Yeah, he's still bound to the chair.
I mean... Death ward still works.
Can I give him a crossbow?
Sure.
I mean, he wants to fight. We need every able person, and
he's not able, but if he can point and click, pretty much.
Crossbows are not guns.
So
but it's all arm movement. It's you don't have to get up.
So, quick question: is it already loaded when you hand it to him?
No. I don't think I would carry a loaded crossbow on my person.
No, I'm just asking. Okay, so he's going to struggle with a crossbow bow and try to put it in there, and then he's like, and his boys are watching you give him the crossbow. It's like, really? What are you thinking? Oh no, I got this. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna pull this back. And he's like struggling to pull the string back and cock the first bolt. He's not going to be able to fire that.
I'm just going to look at the two boys and be like, if he's going to be here, at least let him die with a weapon in his hands.
All of a sudden you hear a ping, and this bolt goes flying across the room and lands into the wall about 3 inches above your head, Borden.
If I was a little taller, that would have hit.
It's already accurate.
That's perfect height for hitting the chest for the normal person.
Let the man die with something.
That one slipped. Give me a minute. I'll load another. No, Grandpa, just wait till they come. Yeah, thank you for your help. And that's why we're here. We're going to help fight for him. So, yeah. The rest of our family's already evacuated, but we're staying here to keep him safe because he will not leave. And he can't be moved.
At least I would hit a demon-sized person.
A what?
A demon-sized person.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so these boys are like, Grandpa, don't fire another bolt. They're just kind of like, you can keep the crossbow, that's fine, but just wait till they come. All right, we'll let you know. At which point, you guys stick around, or are you heading back, or what's the situation?
I mean, there's not a whole lot more we can do here.
Yeah. And there's like many places that Draken would know. Like if you're like really eager to try to get with these people, he could point out, well, these people didn't want to go either. And there's like places all over the map. Like he's got a map that he probably had from the scouts as well that has all these X's and shows all these places where people are that didn't want to leave.
Watch out for this family. They're racist against all short people. Short races.
That's why they didn't want to leave. Because they don't like you. But no, other than that, yeah, and there's other things you can do besides trying to evacuate, because the orders have been given, the guards try to get out as many people as they can, and then there's still those who are going to stay behind and protect what's theirs. Just like, people who won't leave during a tornado or not tornado, but like floods or whatever.
Hurricanes.
Hurricane.
Florida, looking
yeah.
at you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just that common. If it's gonna kill me, then it's gonna kill me where I want to be. That kind of mentality right now that these people seem to be having. But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to do? Like, you still got half a day to make any other extra preparations that you think you might need.
Borden comes back, I would like to have a private conversation with him.
I mean, yeah.
So, during my investigation of the castle, would I have found a place where it is, like, really private?
I'm sure you can.
I'm sure we could commandeer a side room for a minute.
Yeah, there's like several chambers that aren't being used, like for people who come by. Well, actually, no. All the chambers would be filled with people who were not leaving and couldn't make the evacuation. So the castle is probably filled with civilians as well. But you can definitely find a temporary spot where you could probably talk for a little bit, just the two of you.
I want to go up one of the watchtowers, where it's like windy and stuff.
Sure, we can do that.
So, Gordon, I have been thinking about that deal Oscar made.
Sorry, try wind effects.
Well, it sounded accurate enough.
I mean, I'm sure someone could just blow on a microphone and deafen all of us and rip headphone users, but...
Not gonna do that. I'm still... No,
I was kidding.
You. Fuck you.
I was kidding.
I'm on it. This is my sound effects studio. Go away. Continue your conversation.
I'm going to lower my voice and cover my mouth before I speak. It's like...
I mean, couldn't you just lip sync the words? I think we've both got observant for lip reading.
Exactly, and I'm trying to make sure that no one does that with us. And because it's windy, it's pretty hard to overhear the
Just have your
conversation.
You think almost 99% sure that nobody else but the two of you can hear this conversation. So have your conversation.
But that ring of mind shielding that you have has some other properties, if I remember correctly. As in, if you wear it and you die, it can hold your soul.
It does?
So, if we were to slip this on Oscar, and he then somehow dies during the course of tomorrow, Kalek has the right to his soul, but not his stuff. The only question then remains is like, how can we revive him?
So long as I have a body, or part of a body, I can fix him.
Well,
Might take some time to fix him the whole way if I only have part of a body, but it can still be done.
well, would you be willing to part with that ring then? Because it's the only one that I believe we have access to.
Is there other ideals that Borden has besides this one?
I had company in the room for a second. In the interests of Oscar's well-being, I can certainly part with it for a time. It's not a guaranteed, but
It's a long shot and it can piss off someone very powerful.
So, Oscar, out of my curiosity, how many items are you attuned to?
3.
Alright, continue. Did you get attuned to the ring to take benefit?
Okay.
yeah, you have to give something up, unfortunately.
I mean, I'm more than willing to get rid of 1 or 2 of those.
So, I can probably get that ring on him, but we need him to send a message. I know that he has this stone that he some now and then talks to, that goes to his sister. Do you think you can ask if you can borrow that stone real quick to tell him what we're up to? Borden.
I mean, it shouldn't be too hard just to talk to them in person.
What I don't
Alec
get.
isn't leaving him out of his sight.
How do I? Alright.
Kind of the other way around, but I got it.
So
Yeah, this
that's
whole
why
time.
That's why it's the roundabout way.
And this whole time, Calic's been stomping around the courtyard like, when do I get to jump in on this action? Come on!
He could have probably just went out and killed Lumens.
Yeah.
Turned off that.
You want to spar?
You wanna
Oh my
die?
You want to die?
That's exactly what he says. Like, do you wanna die? I can swat mortals like you like flies. Are you sure you wanna step in this ring? Cause I might accidentally kill you on accident. Twice.
Actually, I do have a question.
Okay, what's that?
Hypothetically, could you turn me back into a Dragonborn if we made a deal?
Oh my god.
Oh, Isabella? Or, well, okay, so...
Hypothetically,
Alright, so quick question before you have this conversation. Would you want to have it near Isabella, or did you want to have this off to the side?
away from my sister.
Alright, so Isabella
she will murder me.
Alright, so is she still around? Because if she can make a perception check. Or did you want to isolate this completely, like how they went off somewhere?
Like, not fully isolated. No, I don't want to be alone with a demon.
Then in that case, I want Isabella to make a, I'd say about DC 15 perception check. To see if you hear any of this nonsense.
So I need to roll a DC.
Well, you roll perception. I told you the DC already.
Okay.
I'm asking hypotheticals
Bitch, I can hear
now.
you.
Yeah, she just
Only
chimed in. So she chimes in, I heard that. And Calic
It's my
is...
soul to deal with, and I'm just asking a question. Anyway.
So you're wanting to return to a Dragonborn state? What happened to your other... I mean, what happened? I mean, why is a halfling asking to be a dragon?
He was stupid.
Yes, I was stupid. I kinda grunt to myself.
It kind of gives an insight, and it's like, I could see that.
Yeah, it's not the first time. Well,
So,
first time dying, you know.
For this matter, I think 100 years in hell would suffice.
You could actually do that.
Sure, why not?
Calic, could I
What?
have a word?
Sister,
I am
Hold
Mr.
on.
Popular. Please, by all means, ma'am, what can I make a deal for you?
I know I told him to not seek out deals, but when you fuckers walk up to him and just straight ask, like...
If you take him,
Yes.
could you promise to take his liver too?
His
Because
li-
that thing's already gone to hell too.
If you
just put
take
my
his
face
liver,
in
he
my
dies,
hand,
though.
and I
Without a
just
liver,
roll.
you're not
I
a...
mean, would we really be losing something? I mean,
well, I mean,
But you need... Your
I don't-
liver performs several necessary life
Hey.
functions.
I don't think it'll matter once he's in hell. I mean, unless we keep him in humanoid form, but I think his form is going to be deteriorated by the 100-year end. No, I mean, how long do halflings live?
Pretty long time.
I mean, if he can survive 100 years in hell as a halfling, I'll turn him back into a dragonborn.
We'll talk later. Anyway, sister, let's go ahead and go over here. And I try to drag my sister away.
I'm going to send a thought to Ghost to tell him to bite Draken in the ass.
The ghost kind of like
Best
lurks
use of
up,
telepathy
and he's
ever.
like, you can hear him say, "Mom, is that you?" All right, and he'll stomp over there, and then all of a sudden, this wolf takes a bite out of your ass, Draken. It's not like a hurtful attack roll or anything like that. He just takes a nip, and you can definitely feel him bite down on you.
What the heck? Wait, which one are you?
And then he
Is this
kind of
one
he
that
releases
girl?
you, and then he sits next to Isabella. You can definitely tell it's the one that she bonds with.
Why are you guys always so mean to me?
Why you gotta be so stupid?
Stupid.
Are you so stupid?
When stupid.
I'll just sit with my sister for a while and.
It's a little hard to sit, but yeah, takes a little bit to get comfortable. But yeah, so it has slowly crept to like the afternoon hours, probably around the 3 or 4 o'clock time zone. And there's a lot of military activity going on in the courtyard itself. As you could see, generals of all sorts, scout leaders, and just the people who are in charge of their infantry coming in, getting commands, and Sparrow's just pretty much being the general of all this, and just giving everybody their orders. Queen Ray's nowhere to be seen, so he's just like standing in as the commander for the army and so forth. You definitely see the mages and Ninny's group in like patches of them. Like they're not all there together. You could see Lindsay's just kind of like floating around as well, and maybe Liana just kind of keeping an eye on Oscar and Khaled. So, yeah.
So, Borden, you did give me your ring of mind shielding, right?
Yeah, I could spare it for Oscar.
Yeah, I'm going to try and sneak it into his pocket.
And we're trying to do this without Khaled knowing, right?
Without Colic knowing, so...
Calic's in the courtyard. All you gotta do is have Oscar not in the courtyard.
Otherwise, you'll have to make a sleight of hand.
I wouldn't bring him door to door as I'm trying to get people to come where we're staying.
Yeah, no, see that. That might be a reason why they wouldn't come with us.
Yeah.
Hey, trust us, we have a giant demon on our side.
Well,
I mean, to some that would
wrong.
be great.
Apparently. Party included, I guess.
So are we gonna have like rooms in the castle where we stay, or do we have to go all the way back to our?
No, you'll probably have sanctuary here.
If they don't have rooms, just
Like, most of the-
I'd be surprised.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, there might be, like, cots and stuff, like, put out into the main antechamber whenever you walk into the castle. So, it's kind of like looking like the stadiums during FEMA trying to help. Keyword trying. Like, there's all the...
Ineffective with disappointing results.
Yeah, pretty much. But
One question, Joe. Since Khalek is temporarily out of the picture, what is Oscar wearing?
I would still be wearing a cloak with a silver string. I guess common clothes under that.
Any pockets that
I
you can easily
believe.
see?
Yeah, in the bag of holding.
Okay. I'm just going to try and slip that ring in one of his pockets, then that I can see if I walk up to him.
And we're doing this while Calic's still around, right?
Well, no, well, he isn't around.
Well, that's the thing. He's not leaving
We
Calic's
just
side. Like, he's
Okay,
making sure
then
he's... Yeah, because he's making
You'll
He
sure...
find
just said
what
that
question.
I wasn't bringing Calic, and then if he's going to do this as soon as we got back, like he said, he was going to come aboard, and I wouldn't be with Calic yet.
Alright, so you managed to pocket the ring. Like, you can find a quick moment to where he's by himself.
Okay.
Because we don't have to overcomplicate it.
I'm going to look for his sister and ask if I can use that stone, her stone that Oscar uses to communicate with her.
She'll be like, I cannot park this stone. Why do you need it?
I need to send him a message. I guess
He's
you
right over
can
there.
do
Go
too.
talk to him.
The less people know, the better.
Look,
And I
this...
don't want this to
What
be
are you
overheard.
Well, my stone is my stone. I cannot give it up.
Oh, you'll get it back.
I don't
Or
even
you
know
can send
you,
the message
so
yourself.
sorry. What do you want to
Would
tell
you
him?
mind? He has a ring in his left pocket. Tell him to wear and attune to it.
Why don't you ask a wizard to cast message? Because if I send him a message through this, it's going to come out of the other stone, and anybody around him is going to hear it.
That I did not know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I need to find a wizard.
You're right,
I'm going
Lindsay.
to look
You
for
cannot
Holly.
trust that guy. Yeah, you saw Lindsay do some sign language too. You're gonna look for who?
Holly, the one that gave me
Hollow?
mistletoe.
Hollow.
Alright, let me find... I'll let you play Hollow if you want.
Hey.
Afternoon. Hey, I have a question.
What's your question?
Can you send a message to someone that cannot be overheard?
Apparently, she did not take that spell.
Nope.
She says smugly.
I'm sorry.
Apparently, you picked the wrong wizard.
Do you know anyone who could help me, Hollow?
Let's see. Maybe the headmaster can?
So far, it's looking like that's the only one who can. I'm checking everybody's spells.
I can send with sending with Terry.
And Terry might be an option too.
Yeah, Terry
That
has
was
sending.
the halfling, right?
No, Terry is not a halfling. Terry is a wood elf now.
Yeah, like I said, that was
That
the
was the
half elf. The half
Was.
Terry. Okay. Thank you, Hollow.
You're welcome.
I reach behind my hand to see if she shakes it.
I'll shake it.
Okay, I give you a nod and walk away. And I'm
Okay.
going to look for Terry.
Alright. It takes you a little bit, but you do find Terry. And I'll let you play Terry.
Terry, was it, right?
Aye.
So, how are you holding up since last week?
It's a weird body, but
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
it is certainly a weird body.
Wild magic.
So, I was wondering if you could help me out. I need to contact Oscar with a message that cannot be overheard.
That's something I can do.
I do hope that it isn't too costly on your side.
It's a relatively simple spell. Can't do it too often, but I can do it.
Could you tell him that Seraph slipped a ring in his left pocket and that he should wear an attune to it?
Seems simple enough.
And I would like confirmation that he actually does so. And that last part is important. And I would like to thank you again for handing me down that tool set last week.
Useful thing to have around.
Yes, it is. Unfortunately, I haven't, with everything going down, I haven't been able to replace it, so I'll have to hold on to it a little bit longer. If you don't mind.
Oh, by all means.
So,
Bears are for.
yeah, do you send that message or?
Yeah, I'll send the message with no problem. Well, sending, I guess, properly.
Yeah. So sending, and I mean within 25 words, right?
Yeah, get the ring out of your pocket, put it on, and tell me when you've done so.
There you go. Oscar, you just heard that come over. Probably a familiar voice because you led this group. What do you do?
I'll reach in my pocket and slap her.
You find the ring. You recognize it as the ring of mind shielding, and if you wish to attune to it, what are you giving up?
Hang on. Okay, yeah, I'll put it on.
Well, that one is share with the class. Share with the class. What did you take off?
This is my knowledge of. I know it's mind shielding. I know I'm gonna deal. That's a good enough score to know that I know just about what they're doing.
Well, that's up to you. I mean, you were asked to put the ring on. If you're gonna put it on, I need to know what you're taking off.
I mean, I would probably take off the wand of binding.
Do wands even need attunement?
That one does.
Huh, okay. Fair enough. Alright, so you put the ring on, unattuned to the wand. And I take it you do all this out of sight of everybody, especially Calic?
Oh, after I know it's the, mind shielding, I'd put it back in my pocket and just kind of slip it on my finger in the pocket.
Alright. And do you reply to the sending?
It's fun.
What was that, Oscar? I couldn't hear
I'm
you.
going to reply in the sending. It's on.
Okay, and as soon as Terry tells me that, I'm going to hang around with him for a bit, maybe share a drink in the kitchen.
Yeah. You know what's ironic or funny? That I'm just amusing myself. I'm like, now if anybody sends him a message, he will not get it.
No telepathic communication unless it's allowed.
Yeah.
I feel like you have a collect call from.
No, I don't want to hear that one. I'm not paying for this call. Screw that. But yeah, so that was my little amusement there. So yeah, so you spend the rest of your time just chilling out with the new wood elf.
Yes, and in the kitchen I would like to get some meat, and after we're done, after me and Terry part ways, I'm going to try and feed that wolf of mine.
Hey, Star,
Yes.
check your whisper, please.
Yes. From earlier or recent?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean you could, but do you feel like it's your right?
I feel like it's her right.
Well, we can have that discussion here in a minute then.
Okay.
Or we could probably have it right now. So he's looking for some meat to feed the wolves. You're actually going to have a hard time finding any food supplies that are extra in the castle, because they are all being provisioned right now, and only certain rations are being handed out to feed everybody that's housed. Soldiers are getting fed this way, and civilians that are taking refuge here are also, it's all being used for like a mess line that forms up during the meal times. And
Okay, I use my ration then and feed that to the wolves. I can eat a good berry to sate my hunger.
Alright, so you walk back out to the courtyard where Isabel is tending to the wolves, and they're both alert, awake, standing around, and they seem to be both paying attention to her mainly. Isabel, you see Zareth approaching.
Oh, hi, Zareth.
Afternoon, Izzy. You seem to really have a knack with animals.
I try.
I'm going to take that ration and try to feed it. Divide it into equal halves and feed it to the wolves.
Make an animal handling for yours.
God damn it, I closed my character sheet again.
Why do you do that? Don't worry, I feel you.
I don't know!
I close enemy sheets all the time, like, wait a minute, I need that.
Oh, wow.
20.
Yeah. So, she snaps the food out of your hand, but she doesn't take any part of your hand off. So, either she did it precision-like, or she's being at least a little bit respectful towards your offering. You also offer the other half to the other wolf, and they'll take it as long as Isabella approves. I mean, the wolf kind of like, should I partake in this?
Go ahead. Ghost.
Thank you. Wrong. After he gets that approval, he'll go ahead and take part of it.
So, how are they holding up?
They are doing pretty good, actually, right now. And I give them both a playful little scratch on the head.
Oh. I honestly think Lexi likes hearing me make dog noises. Anyway.
Well, unfortunately, it are not dogs, but they're
or
very
owl
big.
noises, or whatever.
All the critters.
I'm telling you, it's just an animal farm over here now. Alright, so, yeah, with that... Yeah, what's the discussion like, guys? Like, you got something on your mind, Izzy, and Zara's over here thinking everything's peachy dandy.
I'm gonna go ahead and say in my thoughts to Ghost, I'm going to ask him to relay a message to the other wolf. That way she can understand it.
Alright, what's the message then?
I want to know what she would like to be called.
Yeah, so for a moment there, the wolf looks at you and blinks like, just call her Wolf. You don't have to call her anything. I'm the only one that matters.
Okay, jealous ass.
Call her bitch for all I care. I mean, I'm the only one that matters.
That's your sister.
I'm the best dog.
I'm best dog, yeah.
Boy.
But he's like, honestly though, she kind of takes a moment and they're like growling towards each other. And Zareth, you notice them kind of talking or growling towards each other as if they're communicating some kind of form of thought.
Cindy, I will beat you with a stick.
I'm a good boy.
Try.
I will
Beat you
help
with
that,
an
and I won't
Aaron.
use a stake.
Beat you with an Aaron. Hold on a second.
Oh, that
Yeah,
just,
me and Aaron go way back.
that just would go wrong.
Yeah, but yeah, for the most part, you know, he's like, she doesn't know.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
We are not
What?
having this issue in 2 campaigns where you are too friendly with the wolf.
yeah.
No! I just don't know what to call her.
Nobody does.
Well, if you give me a second, I might have the answer.
Yeah, let this play out. So, what you get back is like, she doesn't know what she should be called. She's barely remembering what she was called before.
Okay.
Just call her Wolf. She'll be fine. I'm the only one that matters.
Best boy.
Ghost is all you need.
I think I'll, well, like a petty name, I think I might call her Beauty or something. Because she is beautiful and white, so.
If you say so.
You're
I
the
mean-
best boy, Ghost.
That's right. Wag's tail. That's right.
Right.
Okay.
So all this has been mentally projected. What are you doing out loud, if anything?
I'm going to look at Zareth, and I'm going to say, you can call her Wolf, or you can call her Beauty, whichever one you want. She chose the name, so therefore her rules, and to what she's entitled to be called.
Your thoughts get interrupted. No, just call her Wolf. You're kind of like shooing them away in the back part of your mind, like, stop that.
Star, you glitched out like the last one.
No, she just had a thought interruption where he's like, no, just call her Wolf. She did. I mean, you didn't hear that, but that's what she heard in the back of her mind.
You see Izzy kind of chuckle. Be like, quit. Stop it.
You're acting weird.
How am I acting weird?
Having a very serious conversation and then suddenly burst out laughing. That's weird.
This may seem weird, but I can hear him.
You have voices in your head now?
I'm best dog.
The fella just falls over.
And Ghost will like, yeah.
I'm going to look at both of the wolves as like, whatever you two are doing, keep going at it.
Yeah, just call her
we've had
Wolf.
enough of-
Yeah. And the thoughts are still coming through. Yeah, just call her Wolf. I'm Ghost. I'm all that matters. And he walks around proudly.
Why not call her something nice like
I'm going to hold out my hand for Wolf if she wants to scratch, and if not, then I just walk away.
Well,
leaving a laughing Isabella behind.
With your animal handling from earlier, and considering that you fed her a ration, she will allow you to scratch her.
Cool. And I just remembered that I used both my spell slots, so I have no dinner tonight.
Well, don't worry. You can have scraps off the table. Best boy's getting the good
Is the
food,
wolf
though.
saying that?
No. It's okay. Wolf could share her meal. Mine's mine. Yeah, but anyway.
I didn't say that out loud.
No. And neither did a wolf. I'm sorry. I just added that because comedy. Yeah.
I just picture him always asking for like really good meats now to.
Yeah, now he's
I could just picture like Zareth being like, "I'm tired of your resting bitch face. Stop it."
But yeah, so that is going on. Is there anything else we need to pan the camera to at this point? Anybody else want to play Dungeons and Dragons?
I'd like to pull out my ivory stone, iron stone.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna cast Guiding Bolt into the sky, and then put on Protection from Good and Evil on one of the 3 slots instead.
Alright, so you're dispelling one of the spells that were already in it? Is that what I'm understanding? Or
Yeah.
Alright, and then replacing it with
again.
good... Okay. Guiding bolt blast in the air like a little firework display going off. And then you're able to insert the other spells.
Yeah.
Or the other
just
spell.
put in one protection.
Yeah. And with that, so that's your prep. Is there any other prep that's going on? I mean, it's still evening hour. You could probably see a mess line starting to form on the inside of the antechamber, where they're like having people come near the kitchen and grab some grub. So you're free to get fed with everybody else if you need to.
I'll help cook then.
Yeah, sure, you can help.
Skip your cooking utensils.
Yeah, you don't need to roll anything. They pretty much have everything there, and you just gonna help pass out the meals and stuff to that point.
Please.
Do you want to
He makes
roll?
the food better.
Yes.
Then by all means, please roll.
Yay.
Natural 1.
At disadvantage, because these aren't your utensils. No,
Hey,
I lied.
This would be my cooking at bakery. This would have been cooking at bakery.
Yeah. All right, so you get a 25. I was just kidding, but
Thank
yes, and you help add a little spice to some of the meals, or add some better flavoring, so that the rations aren't as bland and quickly made. So you definitely improve the, the goodies.
Hot paprika.
Some
Maybe some
secret
ginger.
ingredients. You probably spat in one of the pots to make it taste better. Who knows? A little bit of spit goes a long way.
I cut myself with the
No, you don't. No, don't go that far.
lollipop and then
Don't-
screw it.
Don't go that far. Don't go that far. Don't go that far.
Blood
The flavor does not extract from the sword, I'm afraid.
Okay.
All right, but yeah. At any rate, is there anything else anybody else is doing before we go deeper into the evening hours?
I just have to hang out.
All right. Gee, that's a lot of counter spells.
Good.
You know how that.
I mean, when in doubt, more counterspell.
Yeah.
That kind of feels great.
It's a counter spell and a scorching ray. I don't know.
Yeah. So, question, and this is just me thinking to myself, the ring, to use it, does it require an action, or can you use reactional spells with it? Does the ring say anything specific to it?
I believe it's just like casting any spell that you put on it, but it just.
I mean, I think so,
it's
but
free.
I was just thinking.
I'll have to look at
I'll look.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure the Ring of Spell Storing just
Cast
you
it as
have
if it,
an extra slot.
Yeah, that's what I think. But I keep wondering, does it say specifically as an action you can use the ring? You know what I mean? It might actually say something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, because reactionary usually doesn't need to be put in there. Doesn't say. I guess we'll let it be. Alrighty. So with that, you adjust the ring. Now that we got that situated, is there anything else going on, like event-wise, that we should need to focus on as meals are being passed out?
I want to make eye contact with Borden. And then
You get this weird
so
stare
that he
from
can
Sarah.
lead my so that he can lead my my lips, and then move it so that and then pretend like I say job's done.
Okay.
Borden. 2 days ago, you gave us a file with holy water. Do you know where I can find something that I can that sticks to a weapon better than the actual water, like an oil-based or something, or grease-based that has the same effect?
I don't think there's holy grease. I'd be more than willing to try to do a ceremony on not water, but I don't think it's gonna work.
There is
There is
holy
holy
oil.
oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what he was hinting towards.
Well, I see. I'm more thinking about the adherence to a weapon, though. Like,
I think oil
That's
can
what
be
holy
applied
oil
to a
is
weapon.
for.
Yes,
Didn't he get
oil
hollow
can be
point
applied.
arrows? Or wait, they were taken?
No, I have those, but I also have +1 arrows, and I would like to coat those in holy oil.
Well, it's not in the compendium here, but I'm pretty sure they can be applied. But I don't think it's going to be like dramatic damage that you're looking for, but it, any little bit could help, right?
I'm pretty sure holy oil is specifically made to,
Yeah, it is, if I remember correctly.
Well, we're going to explore Reddit real quick.
explore Reddit real quick.
I might do something like that. If you could manage to come up with some holy oil, you could probably gain a plus 2d6 to your damage roll. Similar to a smite. Yeah, that sounds fair. If you can procure, of course. Because, keep in mind, these churches here themselves aren't militia-based. No. The oil itself is holy, so I don't know. I don't think holy oil is considered flammable, since it's already expended once it's hit.
Yeah, no, it's not that I want to go for the fire. It's just...
No, I was answering Oscar's question there. Like, if you use it's going to do
just get
2d6,
normal
but
oil if you wanted to do that.
yeah,
shit.
if you want to do that, yeah, you'll need normal oil. But like holy
I
oil
was
hits
just
a
an idea
demon.
that might work.
Yeah, like if it hits something that's naturally deterrent towards it. I think it gets expended to do the damage, so you won't be able to ignite it. But yeah, regular oil, you could probably do something like that.
So if you cover yourself in holy oil, then you have resistance to fire damage or resistance from being
No.
If you take holy damage for being doused in holy oil, you'll die. And then there won't be no need for fire.
I don't think that would affect him as more, though.
Yeah. Well, we're talking like for demons and devils. Like, it would add like 2d6 to your roll if you applied the oil to a weapon. But it is expended. It will not leave an oil trail for you to ignite like a Molotov cocktail. If you want a Molotov cocktail, you're going to have to do it the other way.
Oh, you mean the normal way?
Yeah, just find some real oil and fucking get to work.
Talk to me, I'll make some Molotovs. You got brewer supplies.
But yeah, he probably could, yeah. Or alchemist, if anybody has alchemy.
I am.
Yeah, we have an
I'll
alchemist.
make the hardest
So yeah.
alcohol you ever seen.
So what are we doing? We're chilling out with some meal that's provided by the castle.
I'll make the holy oil, that way that situation's handled at least.
And what's the process to make holy oil? Do you...
I'm assuming if we're going to go with the same rules as holy water, it's a 1 hour cast time of ceremony, which I'll do after dinner.
Alright, so that... about how much are you going to make? Or how...
I can only...
Yeah, how much is it?
I'll post the spell for you.
Yeah, let's do that. It'll be a little bit easier. And then we can kind of go off of that real quick.
1 vial at a time.
1 vial at a time. So, unless you spend several hours at it, and 25 gold worth of silver powder is used, which I'm sure you can probably come up with a bunch of silver powder if needed with the money you guys got.
I mean, if I have a file and some silver coins, I can just file the silver coins into powder.
Yeah. Well, it has to be 25 gold worth. Well, I mean, still, you can do it, yeah. I'm not doubting it. Yeah.
Well, it's not going to be 250 silver coins, because the coin is a value representative of the currency. The raw materials would probably be different.
Either way,
you're just gonna...
Well, either way, you'll still take 25 gold off your max price because that's consumed. Like,
oh yeah,
we'll just base it like that.
But I'm not grinding 250 silver coins into powder. I'm sorry. That...
No. You probably find like silver rods that you can probably pick up from any of the mages who might be there, or maybe Rezard's hanging out somewhere, and you could probably buy it from him real quick if he can. I don't know. That might actually. You might find yourself a little short, and you might have to make a quick run to Rezard's shop and see if you can procure the rest of your ingredients. So that might be a little...
about it.
Yeah, that's going to be the incident. That's what I'm looking at right now. Now, if you want to change it up a little bit, let me know. But I say, yeah, if you guys can run to Rezard's shop and come back, you could probably find what you're looking for to do this ceremony.
How's the light looking outside?
Oh, it's getting dark. Like, the darkness that's above you already is already been cloaking out the sun. It's been gray days for days so far. And it's just closer to sunset already. It's starting to get night out. It's like 6 in the evening.
How long would it take for the sun to... how long do we have till sunset?
Like an hour, if not even that. Well, actually, like I said, it's already starting. Yeah, it's already starting. Winter months.
Okay. Well, if you need materials, then we're going to have to hurry if we need to go outside the castle.
And in case you're wondering, Rezard's shop is right here.
Where? Oh.
Northeast part of town.
The alchemist?
The spellcaster. Yeah, the magic shop.
Better get out there quickly.
And Rezard's actually in the castle. He's like, you need stuff from my shop? Well, then let's go. And it's pretty much an escort mission.
I'd rather look at it like, can you just trust us?
But I can cast light now.
Good job, Resert. You're the best.
That R is in the wrong spot.
I'm not gonna sit here with an escort mission for a level 1 commoner that cast a light spell and just watch him get dicked by lamias.
He's like, fine.
Right.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. I mean, you guys have a good reputation with him. Whoever painted that R, take it off, please, because that's not where the shop is. You're on the wrong side of the street, and I gotta figure out who this is. Hello? That's me.
Yes, this is Dog.
14.
I was thinking about asking Izzy.
Dog is that dog.
Marry me just to get the AC boost.
Okay, sorry about that. Sending stones off again. So what are we doing? I need a persuasion check with advantage. That's what I needed.
Well, I can make that check, considering I was with Borden, but I wasn't doing the talk.
I know people are going to die, and you can't change that rule, but it's still not worth killing the poor guy over an escort.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll that persuasion then. 22.
Gosh, Razard, how do you feel about this? He like pulls the key off his neck. It's like tied to a string. And he's like, well, here, and he kind of reluctantly hands it over. Just get what you need. Don't take anything else, please, unless you're going to pay for it, of course. We've got the place locked up tight, so hand you the key.
Thank you, Resert. We'll be careful to leave everything where it was.
Okay.
Except for the stuff you take.
I
will
heard
personally
that.
Murder anyone and everyone
You
who takes shit they're
better.
not supposed to.
Do not take any of his stuff.
I'm not going with you guys.
You sure about that?
Still, good.
Okay, look. This is the
I'll
part
look at
where
Trinket.
yeah, this is the part where you guys need to work as a party, because this is the mission that you got after wanting to perform the holy oil. So if you want to go, if you don't want to go, you're going to be out of the rest of the campaign for today.
Yes.
Well, I guess that's guarantee of not a quiet journey.
Yep.
On fourth.
That teleportation circle, do you think there is one here in the castle?
I'd be surprised if there wasn't.
Do you have access to it?
I'm pretty sure they would keep that under lock and key. I can ask the authorities, certainly.
Because then Borden and I did some talking, and we want to pop by Resort to pick up some supplies. So I was wondering if you could do that teleportation thingy, pop up in there, get what we need, and then pop back here.
Oh, we can all go then. Yeah, sure, I'll go ask around.
Asking around. Yeah, what are you doing exactly?
I would first start at the guards, just to see who I would need to ask for that information.
Sparrow, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll follow Oscar along.
Like, I would, hit a guards or something.
Yeah, the guards probably say I
That'd be the first.
wouldn't know anything about that. Check with the higher ups, and eventually everybody at the higher up keeps directing you to the higher up until you get to Sparrow.
Okay.
And Sparrow informs you the castle does not have such devices because anybody transporting into the castle through magical means will be repelled out of the castle due to anti-magic wards.
So something like that door thingy that we did in Parenthia doesn't work then as well.
Okay, so do I know where Reservoir Shop is relative to this castle?
Well, we know where it is on the map, right? And the castle's right around here. I mean, it's not that far. If you were going home, it's a lot further. But if
the
you're going
idea
to
was...
can you make it with a
Xerath
dimension
knows.
door? No, you can't make it with a dimension door.
No, 2-dimension doors. I can quick and spell it.
Probably?
Carlo, she has dimension door.
Well, she's not actively with you guys.
I was just thinking we pop over twice there and then pop 2 more times back.
Oh, then bring me. I can get there instantly.
Can I offer you a suggestion? I don't know if you have to spell, though. No, I'm not going to offer you a suggestion. You figure it out. Sorry.
I don't have teleport. Actually, I can use teleport circle to get there instantly and then, dimension door back.
Yeah, but we have to move back on foot. If that's what it is, then that might be a good idea. Star, by the way, one question.
One answer.
During dinner, would I have been able to take a short rest?
I would say yeah. I mean, you guys had plenty of
Okay,
time
I'm
to
going
lounge
to
around.
roll 2 hit die.
Go ahead. Yeah, if you get any benefits from a short rest, you may go ahead and do so.
Okay, I will roll 1 hit die and be up at maximum.
There you go.
Alright. Going to go talk to... I regret even thinking this, but Calic.
All right. You approach him? What do you say?
I'm aware that you have abilities in teleportation. Do you have the ability to go wherever you know of?
No, I can just go to hell and come here. Well, normally back in Parenthia.
I can just go to hell.
I can go to hell. You want to go to hell now? We can leave. And I can plane ship back to Parenthia. Yeah, well, I get that. Well, it's kind of limited because rules are in place. We try to follow these rules. But no, if you're asking me about the limitations of such things, I can pop over to Parenthia where I'm allowed to pop back and forth. Otherwise, I could return home to hell.
Alright. As far as, quick ways, I feel it would be a waste for, Spencer to tag along and teleport us back, but I might have ideas as far as teleportation.
You're just trying to be as safe as possible with this, aren't you?
Well, considering otherwise,
Nah, I would say make a persuasion check to see if it's worth Spencer to be bothered by it, because he might even confer to one of the guys in the group to see if they have anything.
Persuasion? Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you make a persuasion. Is you're going? Well, okay. Sure, why not? I need to get some stuff
I don't
too
use
while
it
I'm there.
much, but I have it.
Yeah. Sure, I'll go get some stuff too while I'm at it.
I'll provide the trip too if you can provide the trip back.
Sure, I could do that. And Devia gives him this stern look. It'll be fine. Look, I'll be with these guys, and then we'll be right back. I promise. You act like I'm going out partying. I'm not. I'm just going to go help them real quick. And, she's just giving him that, sure you are, kind of look. Well, I'm going with. Fine. She's coming with. You guys don't mind, right?
I mean, I've already issued the statement. Anyone found stealing will be dealt with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in the same boat on that.
She kind of looks at you. I'm hurt that you would even suggest such a thing. I'm just making sure this guy doesn't get himself killed like that guy.
Yes, that guy. Wait, where is that guy?
Probably she
Are
was
we
not.
talking-
She was probably referring
Are
to
we
the
talking about the elf or
yeah,
the
wood.
halfling?
I think we're talking about the wood elf in this case.
The wood elf knew precisely what he was doing.
I know, but she's still like, you went and got yourself killed, and now look at you.
Seemed to work out fine.
Well, if you say so. Either way, I'm going with.
It's drawing up a circle.
Yeah, so while they're bickering over there, you get the circle ready, and then who's all going? Because, like I said, this might be the scene we close on today, so if you want to keep playing, you might want to go with. So who's all going?
I'm staying with the wolves, as I use all my high-level spots to help.
I'm going.
And Borden's
I'm
going, and
staying.
Oscar's going. Draken's staying too? Okay.
Alex coming.
Well, then
I'm not joking. I'm gonna look for that royal wine cellar.
Alex coming in human form, mind you.
Is he?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
How are you sure? So you cast polymorph on him?
Yes.
Do you make a persuasion check? Because he's getting a little irritated with the constant changing. Okay, he'll do it this time. This better be the last time, because I'm not enjoying this form one bit. Alright, so you form your circle. Khaled gets turned into a human. And so it's just Borden, Oscar, Khaled, Spencer, and Devia. Am I missing anybody?
Yeah,
and
me.
Sydney and Sarah. Sydney's going too, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So you all enter into the circle at this point. And then you find yourself all relocated just outside the shop. Like you literally see the door.
I'm going to use the key that Rezard gave me.
You
and
walk
open
up.
the door.
Yeah. Just to get a DC going, do your lock picking just to give us a, because there's a little trick to this key, and let's see if you can discern what it is.
Okay.
I mean, it's not too complicated, but
23.
You discover it. Like, you insert it halfway, and it doesn't go all the way in, and then you just kind of turn it a little bit, and then it triggers something, and then it opens up even further. Like, you're constantly clicking it in deeper and deeper, and like taking tumblers down with the key. So it's like has some kind of arcane locks on the inside with the tumblers, so you have to go through each tumbler individually with the key and then flip them. And then eventually the door opens with a soft psh as the magic kind of dispels towards the key, and the door opens.
Okay, I'm going to step in.
Alright,
Let
so
everyone come in and then close the door and lock it behind us.
yeah, and once again you tumble the tumblers and the door locks behind you, and everybody else is let in.
Tell Kalik to stand at the door on the inside and keep watch.
He kind of
If it has a window or anything to it, I don't really know.
yeah, he leans an elbow against the door and is like, fine. But yeah, you are now in this expansive area where magical items are lingering everywhere. Or magical concoctions, I should say, like ingredients for spells. There's a spell scroll case that is locked. There's the tables that have materials in it. And then there's like this silver... There's a bag that's labeled silver dust that you know specifically where it's at if you want to get at it. And if you need to know any other information about this room, just kind of share with me what you're looking for or what kind of details to go into. But yeah, you're in Resident Shop.
I will take that bag of silver dust and touch nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
What about mistletoe?
I got one.
Oh, you did? Oh.
And then I'm going to wait for Spencer to be done because he needed things.
Yeah, he's just kind of like, well, this might be useful, and pulls out a couple of things from like certain tables to get some ingredients, and then he's like, all right, I guess I got everything I need. And then you hear Calic from the back of the shop, hey guys, there's like 6 or 7 lamias lining up in the street. Looks like they're trying to come over here. Want to see something funny?
Does it involve you moving through that wall?
Oh, well, that wasn't my original.
I don't think he's that strong right now.
Well, please don't, because we're
I was
planning
just
on
gonna
leaving.
de-pants and show him the butt that this human form has. I mean, that was my idea of fun.
Rather childish. I never knew that demons are childish.
Well, I'm in a human form. I feel like a child already. Might as well have fun while I'm at it.
Alec, that sounds like a good idea. Why hold you on to that thought just before we disappear? Like, to give them a grant.
Fine. So what are we doing? And then you hear like 3 or 4 bodies beat up against the door as these lamias seem to be trying to get in now.
Can I try to see if there is diamond worth of 300 gold?
Well, if we do that, we need to roll initiative. Otherwise, you can teleport out. So, what do you want to do?
I was planning to, like, teleport out, but if Cindy wants to stay behind, fine with me.
No, that's what I was going to look for. Then,
Like, I'll say as you got in, you were starting to look. Make a investigation check to see if you can locate it in time before this stuff starts happening. Did not find the case that had the jewels, and let's face it, he probably has them jewels locked up somewhere safe.
I understand.
And are you looking for those ingredients to take too, or what?
Oh, that's
Oscar,
what the
Oscar,
ingredient-
Oscar.
Yeah, I'm getting incense and herbs and then magical chocolates for teleportations. But I'm sure I'm running low at this one.
Yeah, make an investigation for the chalk. Like the incense and herbs, not a problem, but the chalk he might have put away. Yeah, same situation. He must have locked that up too. Like anything that is slightly enchanted must be locked up and not in the open area. What do you want to do?
Well, as soon as Spencer is done, I would like to get out of this place.
Yeah, he just needs to know you're ready. So he'll start casting teleport and ask everybody to take a hand, and everybody kind of links hands, and then you teleport back to the castle. At about the time you hear the door, poof, you're gone.
I feel like we probably should have done something about those, but
That shop's gonna be a wreck next time I see it.
I feel bad.
Yeah, and Rezzard kind of approaches you. All right, so what all did you get? And Spencer's like, well, I got this, this, and this, and kind of like, and he kind of looks towards you guys, and he kind of mouths towards Borden. Should we tell him?
what about the lamias?
Yeah, he's just mouthing it so Rezzard's not hearing it. Do you say that out loud?
Oh, I didn't know what we were supposed to tell him about at first.
Yeah.
Like,
Or actually,
the
he'll send
context,
you.
what-
He'll send. Yeah, since he kind of recognized you as like the leader, he'll send Borden a message mentally, like, should we tell him about those lamias that just charged in after we left? Because I thought that shop was going to be okay, and then at the last minute we poofed.
I really hate to lie by omission, but it's probably best to wait until everything's cleaned up and we can just make reparations later.
Yeah, and Spencer's like, here's 200 gold, Rezzard. And he's like, that's way too much, Spencer. Why are you giving me this much? It's fine. Just take it. Consider it a contributive from the Arcana. Just in case. Oh, well, thank you, Spencer. Appreciate it. And then you guys only got what you needed, right? And it kind of comes over to you guys. Can I get my key back?
Sure, I give him the key back.
Alright, so he puts it back around his neck. Well, okay. Well, I'm glad to have helped. Probably a good idea you didn't bring him, because he would be like, no, we gotta save my shop.
I even said I don't want to see this guy die to, Lamia's during an escort.
Yeah. So, yeah, as far as you know, he's getting ransacked now anyway. But, you make it back, and it's getting later into the night. And there's...
How many allotments of that silver dust?
I would say... I would allow...
You gotta deduct an appropriate amount.
I took the entire bag.
You took a whole bag of it, yes. Worth... I would say it's worth 100 gold, so that's 4 uses.
Okay, that's easy enough to deal with.
Yeah, trying to come up with some round numbers for us here. With that, you're able to go ahead and start the ceremony to make the blessed oil, or the holy oil. On top of that, like, just generalizing what's going on in the city. Like, if the camera was to pan out a little bit, you can hear skirmishes. Even from the castle, you can hear some nearby skirmishes happening, where there's like blades hitting on blade or some kind of metal hitting something, and then it dies down for a little bit, and then maybe further down the street something else starts up. But there's definitely a bunch of infantry and scouts, and like there's a militarization of stuff that is happening, and the night hours seem to be active for the patrols. So anybody that's out on a patrol seems to be getting some action out there. And Calic's like, let me go out there. I'll help him. It'd be my pleasure. Come on. We're doing this now, right? Right?
As long as he doesn't get himself killed, and he's only going to kill...
If he gets himself killed, I think that's a positive at this point.
Yeah. So, yeah, what do you tell Calic? Like, he's like, I'll go out there and take care of half of this problem. It ain't no big deal. Come on. Let's go.
Well,
any hostile... entities to our friendly soldiers. You may kill around the castle.
Oh. Alright, let me out! And he kind of walks towards the gates. They let him out.
The castle.
Yeah, I heard you. This whole town's near the castle. And he walks out.
Oh, God.
I did say that the enemy has to be hostile toward a soldier, so he's
So he has
he's not necessarily going out and looking for one.
Yeah. So
if he's following orders,
or he could have orders as interpreted.
all right. So here's how we're gonna close, because I think next week we're gonna get into the juicy part of it. But we're gonna finish off this night, and then we'll get into the next day next week. But just kind of going around the table, whoever wants to chime in first, feel free. But is there anything else throughout the night that you guys are doing to either prepare any shenanigans we need to go through, or is there any...
I do have a question.
Yes.
After we have like the short rest that we're fixing to have, will I regain my spell slots?
It's a long rest, not a short rest for the night.
Yeah, so whenever we have the long rest, the next day you'll have all your spell slots back, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but other than that, we're in this nighttime phase where Borden, we know what he's doing. He's blessing oil so that you can use...
I figure after dinner and the little trip, I can finish by 10 and make 2 doses of oil.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll leave a note with Sparrow. It's like, I need my rest, but if, casualties come in during the night,
right, you're
trauma healing.
Yeah, he'll keep that in mind. Let's see here. So you're working on the oils right now, though, but the message before bed you'll be giving to Sparrow. All right. And
I don't think anybody bought the fireball necklace, Oscar.
I was just going to see if I could use enchantments to add.
Okay.
Were you asking if you can enchant one?
No. That's a 1D for at least days, and we don't have that kind of time.
Yeah. Alright, so... let's see here. What else are we doing? So the wolves are back. You guys are settled up into the castle, refuging with everybody else, helping as most of you can. I know Sydney's probably going around making sure everybody's fed. If anybody wants anything, she probably even has spare sweets on her that she offers to like little kids who might cry every now and then. Does that sound right?
Yes,
No.
that sounds perfectly fine. And then maybe a little later, I'd like to help Rezard maybe learn another cantrip. Start learning.
Yeah, you could probably have a conversation with him. Just so you all know, if you want, Ninny and her group, and of course Spencer and his group, those characters that you all made are with him, along with Devia. And if there's any of these characters that you want to have a conversation with, maybe pick their brain about anything that's on your mind, this wouldn't be a bad time to do that. But is there anything else anybody else wants to do? Like, you got Lindsay, who's also just like playing her violin softly for everybody.
Well, I snuck into the castle, so...
You were allowed into the castle. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah.
He's been sneaking around looking for the
But
royal ones that are
so
like a
you-
massive tool.
So you're
Yeah.
actually... So you want to go through with this, right?
Yeah.
Alright, first roll a stealth check to see if your sister doesn't notice.
I mean, I just walk into the castle, but okay.
I mean, you're in the antechamber, and then you're trying to go into a room. Make a perception check if you're really serious about getting onto him, Isabella.
Okay.
And this is just your first
Perception?
attempt. Yeah, this is your first attempt to try to get away from her. She notices you, and she gives you those eyes.
Me walking off.
Yeah, she noticed you walking off. She kind of said, I don't know, what do you say to him?
I turn over and look at Ghost to watch that one.
Ghost
sure he
gets
don't
up
get
and
any-
walks towards him, says, I'm the good boy. And he he kind of blocks Draken's path, and Lexi can hear, like, or Izzy can hear, like, the good boy's doing his job.
I just raise an eyebrow at her and then tell my sister that I'm going to the bathroom, please.
Block him.
Deception roll?
Yeah,
even?
let's do a deception on that. I'll let you do a deception. And the perception's going to be, or insight. Isabella, make an insight, because you're kind of looking through his
Never
eyes.
mind, it doesn't matter.
Well, hold on, it
I'm
might.
gonna
There you
go
go.
to
Bitch,
the
I can tell you're lying.
I'm going to the bathroom. Why don't you move, puppy? And he's like, I ain't moving. Mom said you're a bad person. You don't know how to take care of yourself.
I'm not a... She
You
doesn't
don't
know
hear.
that-
You don't hear this. This is a conversation that only she can hear. So you don't know anything that's going on there. It's just like,
You see Izzy just cracking up.
yeah, she's getting these. Yeah.
Fine, I
then
walk the other way and I go outside.
Follow him.
all right. Yeah. So Ghost is going to keep a step behind you.
And then I fly away.
With what?
I have the winged boots! I fly up to a part of the castle where he can't get to me, and then I go into the castle.
Mom, he just took to the air. I can't jump that high. I can't jump that high.
Come back.
Okay. But
Whenever you see him next, I want you and Wolf to bite his ankles.
you don't need Wolf to do that. I'm all you need. I'm the only thing you need.
Shred his winged boots.
Oh no.
No, those were expensive.
Magic, that's gonna be hard to destroy.
I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
Swear to God.
Alright, so Ghost has his orders. Alright, so yeah, you're up on the upper floors. You're looking for the royal cellar. I don't think you're gonna have any luck in the upper tower, but tell me what
I know
you're
I
doing.
have to get down, I just wanted to get away from the wolf that was
Alright,
trying
so
to
mission accomplished. This is
Oh,
where I
head
figured I
downwards.
figured the shenanigans was going to eat up the rest of the time. So you're heading down. Winged.
Yeah, I don't think the wolf's necessary to track him.
I mean,
Mostly because he's gonna get somewhere he's not supposed to be, and the guard are gonna, drag him back and be like,
Kill
"Hey,
him.
We found this guy skulking around the cellars.
Alright, so right now you're not in a restricted area per se. So you get down back to the floor level, where if you were to go out the alley, or go through the door and go down the hall, you'd make it back to the antechamber. However, make an investigation check as you're in this one room. There's some boxes and crates, but there's also like might be something else you notice.
17.
Yeah, and just behind one of the crates and boxes, you notice a trap door leading down, or trap.
I kind of like rub my hands together, like I found it, and I go towards the trapdoor.
Welcome to Master Gray's creepy sex dungeon in the castle.
Welcome to the shithole.
I kind of like try to look left, look right. Okay, no one. And
Make a perception check since you're looking. Might wanna do that.
18.
You see some, like, there's like a windowsill that's open to the outside elements, and you can see what looks like a couple of crows that are nesting up there. But yeah, you think everybody else is not watching. Nobody seems to be around. Just the animals.
All right. And then I open the cellar slowly to try not to make too much sound.
Okay, hold on. Let me make a roll because I can't decide. Odd. Yep. Okay. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Is this like against a...
I will tell you that. It is a trap. It is literally a trap door. You see like a gemstone out of the corner of your eye igniting with power as this door is like forced open against whatever magic it has protecting it, and a bolt of electricity shoots to the other side of the wall and kind of like leaves a black pitted spark, and then it fades, but you're able to dodge out of it.
Oh, good. And I'm guessing now it's used up.
It's used.
You want to stop and look at it?
Yeah, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Knowing that in mind, I'm going to try again, but keep an eye on it.
You hear a
See
humming
if
noise.
It starts to light up. Okay, so that's still there.
And it's starting to light up, and now it's fully charged. Did you open the trapdoor?
I get it. Okay, now preparing myself, I try to open the trapdoor and then duck out of the way.
I will give you advantage
That's
on
gonna go off.
your dexterity saving throw.
Oh, it's only a 15.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. It's only a 15. DC was 16. So even prepared,
Take half damage or whatever it is.
you take 6 lightning damage as it kind of chars against you, and then you hear
I take 3.
a chime. Bing, 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 bing.
Ah, shit, I jump out the window.
And then some guards, you hear footsteps as you're jumping out the window, coming down the hallway, but you manage to get out the window, and the crows just kind of watch you jump between them, and they're like, I mean, they're just kind of looking at you funny as you jump out, but if they could laugh, I'm pretty sure they would be. And then these guards go, what was that? What was that? Did you see anything? No? Alright, shut that alarm off. And you're away from this. Somebody tried to escape. And that's the last thing you hear.
Somebody... Oh, shit. I say that. And I fly away.
Yep, so you're flying out there, and is there anything else you're going to attempt as I get ready to pan the camera to anybody else who might want to do something?
I'm like, well, that was enough of that, and I guess I'll try to find it later. And I go back into the main hall, where my sister is.
Yeah, and goes.
I sit down by my sister.
So should Best Boy go over there and bite his shoe off?
No.
You sure? Shoe looks kind of yummy.
I mean,
it'll be a treat.
I would
Don't
try to
break
hide
the
them.
shoes.
I would hide them. I would take them and then give them to Borden.
Who are you talking to?
I don't mean
not talking
You don't
to
hear any of this. I'm
Yeah.
talking in my mind.
Yeah, she's having a mental
just like-
she's having a mental breakdown. That's what she's. She's hearing voices, but apparently the
Lost
wolf
it.
is reacting to it. But you guys don't know that. You think she's going nuts because she's like making body gestures, but she's not saying anything. But I'm sorry. What else was going on? I thought I heard somebody chime in.
I was just saying, don't break the shoes.
Right?
Please don't break.
Yeah.
Again, I'd like to try to teach Brett that different.
Yeah. What do you want to teach him?
So I go up to Redzer and I say, "Now, Redzer, I know that you are closest associate with Sorcerer. Is that correct? Trying to learn Sorcerer spells."
Not really. No, wizard.
Oh, you're a wizard. Oh.
Yeah, remember that's the whole problem you guys have. You're having intellectual conversation, but he didn't get any of it because he has to do book smart, and you're like street smart mage, you know.
And you like just snap your fingers and there it is.
Yeah, like that's half the reason why he wasn't getting it, because he's a wizard, you're a sorcerer, and you're saying I could do this naturally, and he's like I can't. But yeah,
That's our kind of shit.
yeah, shit. Don't bring that
So
shit
I'm trying
in.
to figure out the good wizard class, but of course Sorcerer has the
Wait,
divine
wasn't
stuff.
Cindy a warlock?
Yes. I'm a warlock.
Okay. No, I got confused there.
Yeah, but I looked at Sorcerer because I couldn't remember if he was Sorcerer or Wizard, and then Sorcerer has a divination type of.
Yeah,
Whatever.
he's a bookworm.
But anywho, I just want to help teach him Sacred Flame if possible.
You can try. Go ahead and. You're trying to
Okay.
convey this information to him, so it's going to be counterintelligence because, let's face it, your school of magic is totally different than his, so it'll be at disadvantage as well.
Okay,
So intelligence, and
Intelligence?
and I'll roll a d20 of his intelligence to see how well he partakes in it. Yeah. He understands that you have nothing to teach him. He's like, that's. He's like that's. He fucking owns a magic shop. He literally has all the spells. He just not good at it. Like he's a level 1 or something, you know. It's like that's what's keeping him from being able to do anything, or -1. Who knows? So he must have finally became
he's
a
now level
commoner.
1 because he can cast one cantrip.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. But yeah,
Well,
at any rate, he tried to teach him a different cantrip. You do a terrible job conveying how it's done because you understand it differently than he needs to understand it. He's like, I don't get your. Illumina does what? This the holy look. I'm not a cleric. I'm a wizard. You know, and that's pretty much the end of that conversation. But you know, you spend a better part of the night, and even though he doesn't learn anything, he kind of jokes around with you, and you guys have a good evening.
yeah.
All right, so.
And
anything-
I tell him that when we were leaving, I believe something might have broken into your shop. I couldn't tell. We left
What?
instantly.
Oh no, my shop!
But
I gotta go.
You dumb piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm good. I couldn't help it. I'm a good person, and I respect
Well,
this person.
just
damn it.
because you told him, now he's gonna run out and probably die.
But
now you're
don't
It's a
responsible
good thing
for
for
his
the
death.
man to allow him.
So you go after it and you fix it.
we can fix it.
Nothing but move.
Hold on, guys. So he's still having this conversation with Rezard. All right, so back up. Let's back up a second. So Rezard's like already jumping up alert. I gotta go check out my shop. What?
No.
But no, I got. You
You'll
said
be
something.
fine.
What? No, it's not gonna be fine if they tear up my shop and steal all my stuff. I'm gonna be out of money.
I said might have.
That does
fine.
not
We can
make
find-
me feel any better. That might be me out of an income. You understand?
It'll be all fine after the fight is over. Just believe me, everything's gonna be a-okay.
Make a persuasion at disadvantage because he is, he has his doubts.
Frantic.
Yeah, he's a little frantic. Yeah, that's,
Really?
yeah.
God damn, really?
Yep. Double 11. How about that? Hey, at least it's not rolling lower.
Great question. Does everybody see this?
Yeah, you hear Rezzer chime out. It's like, what the yeah, and he's like making a scene over there. And a couple people outside of your group is also like listening in, like, what? What's going on over there?
If I can do this, ethereal plane, Monty is going to perch on his shoulder.
Whose shoulder? Rezzer.
Rezzers.
Oh, okay. So Monty appears on his shoulder. What are you doing?
Like, if he can just stay there on the ethereal plane. Like, just kind of shadow.
Okay, so you're just wanting to keep an eye on him. Yeah, I can allow it, but are you guys going to allow him to go out into the streets?
No.
So what are you going to do?
No.
So Sydney did a bad persuasion. He's like stomping
Big
on.
mouth.
Yeah, and the rest of your group is coming over there like... And you guys can have a conversation with Sydney there if you want.
Good job, Cindy. Go after him, get him back.
I mean,
Hey,
I can
I would
run
stop
after.
him.
Are you physically
You
going to
would,
try to
you
stop
would.
him or what?
Oh, if he's
Yes.
running for the door.
He just stood up and walked away, and he's looking around frantically like he's looking for somebody, so he might not be directly heading straight out the door to get killed. Like, he's aware of the danger. Ah, you, good man! You can see him walk up to one of the guards, like, can you get a party together? I need you to go check on my shop. I need to make sure everything's okay. Yeah, alright, calm down, one word at a time. Look, we just got back from patrol. What are you, stop, okay, stop with the speaking for a minute. Oh, my head, it's hurting. Alright, words. Simple, keep it short. What's wrong? My shop is under attack. Can you go check? I'll let the other watch know and they'll send some people out. Where's your shop? You know, and they're having a conversation about that you guys kind of catch. And you're free to do whatever you want with that.
I go up to Rezzard. Again, everything will be fine after this.
You can't even teach me bloody magic. What makes you think I feel like you can tell me anything's fine?
I'm
Hey,
just gonna facepalm.
I thought telling the truth to you would be better than lying. Everybody else didn't say it.
What? You mean everybody else knew?
Oh my god, Cindy! You're digging us a hole! Stop!
Oh,
And I run and try to pick Sydney up and then run away.
you can certainly try. So this halfling's going to come up behind you and pick you up. Go ahead and make an athletics check versus acrobatic athletics on Sydney. Well,
what are you
I don't.
trying to do there, sir?
Yeah.
Touch me.
Whoa, double 20s. But your 20 is higher than his, so dang, that's okay. So yeah, you're defending as well. So yeah, tie goes to Sydney. But you do manage to pick Sydney up for a quick second, but Sydney like frees herself, like, and then says what you're about to say.
Why are you trying to grab me? First alcohol, now women? Oh my god.
Cindy, no women, just a stupid one.
That's me.
Alright, so
In this case, it's very appropriate.
Rezzard walks directly up to Seraph. I got a question for you then. Tell me if it's true. Is there something attacking my shop?
We're not sure.
I don't want to
Well, we
hear
can
not
report
sure.
out.
You act like you're hiding something.
Well,
Oh.
I'm not hiding anything.
At this point,
I
make a
said we're
deception
not
check.
sure. When we teleported out, something knocked into the door.
Alright, so make a deception check.
Deception.
Good news. I
That's
rolled a
not
1.
very high.
I rolled a 1. You're fine. So he kind of looks away from you. He's like, so nothing's attacking my place, right?
Again, all I said it might have. I couldn't tell.
I need
your-
affirmative action. I need actual facts. Let me see if I can find some guards or something that'll go out and do this. These ladysabouts just came back and then... What?
I'm gonna walk over to Borden and
Okay.
whisper in his ear, can we have some tape?
Tape.
Tape.
Do I hear this with my passive perception of very high?
Depends.
is
How
Reser?
secretive are you trying to be?
Fairly, because I don't want Cindy knowing.
What's your passive perception, Zero?
25.
Xeris is Xeris and mine are stupid high in the 20s.
So yeah, I would say you guys might. You guys would be. Anybody else would probably have to make an active perception check to hear it.
Mine's stupid high too, just not as stupid high as theirs.
Is there an apple somewhere laying on the table?
We could say there is, yeah.
I walk to it, pick it up, and toss it to Isabella, and I say, use this.
Use
Can I
what?
talk to
you.
Reser?
Yeah. What do you want to say to Resert?
I couldn't help but overhear, but if you tell me where your shop is, I can run there quickly. Plus, I can fly. I can fly.
Yes. No, and she's
No.
he's ignoring everything that group's moaning about, and he's like, "You're my savior," and he like grabs you by your coat sleeves. Look, I am the Relays Arcanium. It's right down here, and he gives you the directions how to get there. It's like it's not even that far. Just go check it out.
Right.
Finally, somebody
Run,
who'll do
run,
something,
Run.
and you go do it.
I
or what?
am speed. I
After
speed out of
this,
the
I'm
room.
going to the
100
front door.
feet.
All right, so you jump up. Oscar, what did you say?
I'm assuming after hearing those through Monty, I'm going to go to the front
You're-
door.
You're gonna do what? I don't know if I.
Going to the gates.
There you go. So you're walking.
Cast haste on me. If you cast haste on me, I can go super fast.
And I'll give Draken the option. I will tell him I can cast a spell to make the situation better if you so choose.
What is it?
Do you want me to or not?
What is it? Yes. I'm a gambling man.
I guess polymorph.
What the hell?
And what do you turn him
What are you
into?
turning me into?
And keep in mind,
a rat,
when,
why not?
yeah, we're not doing
That
the
I'm
river.
holding.
Yeah. So you turn into a rat, unless you wish to resist.
I'm just confused.
I got it,
let it
yes.
happen. I let it happen, but I'm so confused now. I'm a confused rat.
And I'm going to tell you. You're going to disappear for a little bit as this rat. And when I turn you back, tell him everything is fine.
I nod slowly and weird.
Okay, I mean, I'm going to continue my business for the next 10-15 minutes until it's enough time for him to get there and back, and yeah,
Okay, I start running there.
I
Well,
have you.
He has you in
No,
his
I
hand.
run.
No,
I get
you're
out.
in his. You're a rat.
Yeah, okay, what's our rat's thing to get out?
Make
To scurry and sniff?
roll me a
Yes, I
d20.
scurry out of his hand.
Okay.
Roll a d20.
As much fun as this massive clusterfuck is, Terry landed in the Reser's Arcanium there.
Yeah. Well, you're
and
not
I
able to get.
can-
Well, first, let me conclude that Draken cannot break out of the bag that you put him in.
I just like start squeaking from the bag, like, help me, help.
All right, now what do you want to? Now what did you want to do, Borden?
So I can just, cast the eye 30 feet out, move it to the location, because the eye can just move infinitely. And
A point within
ta-da!
range for 1 hour. And what's its movement? 30 feet per round?
Yeah, it's not going to take an hour to get down there.
Alright, so using this, you see several skirmishes taking place where lamias are fighting guards. And then you get further down the street past that mess. Then there's another patch of lamias fighting guards. You get past that mess. And then there's this one lamia who is decked out in like white silks. Actually, it's just a woman in white. And she's like holding her fingers to the air and manipulating invisible strings, perhaps, or she's just wiggling her fingers. And there's like 6 soldiers that are on the ground, but there's like this blue energy that's rising above their bodies, and she's just like manipulating that energy as she's like pulling them out. And this is like close towards the Arcanium. And then, do you probe further?
I mean, I can go to the Arcanium.
Yeah, you go to the Arcanium. That's all I'm asking. Like, this scenario's playing out, and then you go past that.
Yeah, no. Weird, creepy puppet lady noted.
Yeah, and then you get to the Arcanium, and you see his door's been broken open. Glass is now shattered from the front, and there's several Lamian creatures and some humanoid demon-looking things going through, taking everything that's of value, or maybe not of value. And you can see like a large creature banging up against a case, trying to free it open to get at the scrolls that are inside.
Well, we know what's going on, but Terry's not constrained by any moral codes.
So what are we doing? Oh, is this being cast as Terry? Is that what happened?
Yeah, no, that Terry's got free scouting.
Yeah. So there you go. You know what's going on that side of the street. And you may have a hint of what the next boss might be. Dun dun dun. But yeah, is there anything else we need to cover before the night comes to an end?
Yes, I would like to make a vial of potion as potent as I can get it.
What kind of potion?
One, just regular potion.
Like a healing potion? Poison potion?
No, poison. Like poison. One that is not good for you if it finds itself
Do
in
you
your
have
bloodstream.
materials? What kind of materials are you using? Tell me how you're doing this.
I have alchemist supplies on me.
Do you have the items to make the... Like, alright, just roll an alchemy check and I'll see what you get. So the rest of your evening is trying to make a poison that's potent. I would say you make a vial with 3 doses. That will do the... what is the normal poison damage we usually do for that? 1d6?
1d6, I believe.
Yeah, 1d6 poison damage, and you can apply it 3 times.
Okay, I take it.
Alright. And anything else for anybody else?
I'm gonna have to do a thing with Terry.
Alright, so with Terry, what does he want to do? Terry...
dismissing the eye, and I can create an exact replica of what I saw.
Uh-huh.
And I can use this to actually animate the shit and show what's going on around various parts of the city for intelligence purposes. Creepy puppet lady.
Ah, alright. So you
And
give
see
that...
if anyone's got a clue of what's going on there. Because I have a shit ton of Arcanium wizards.
Yeah.
Sorcerers and shit.
Yeah, the mages kind of look at it, and Spencer as well, and he's like, what is she doing? And we might have to look at this firsthand. I mean, your image is clear what she's... But I don't want to think that's what I think it is. Like, Spencer has an idea, but he can't confirm it, and he doesn't want to say yes or no to what he's thinking yet. But, yeah, that's the situation there. But back to the original group. Is there anything else you guys want to do for tonight? As Khaled...
Gordon's slotted out.
Yeah, Khaled's out.
I want to tell Cindy to open her mouth.
You got a pretty mouth there. Open it.
Open up wide.
Here comes the choo-choo.
Last time you said to get on Agron, I got hit on the tree and left alone.
Come on. It's just an apple. It won't hurt you. It might keep that mouth shut. If you eat it. I mean.
And we close on the scene where
I mean,
she's
I'm
trying
telling
to...
the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, she's about ready to force feed you that apple because you know she's pissed off about what you just did. But, yeah, we kind of end on that scene where she's like, damn it, Cindy. So, yeah, that... We'll pick up
the apple and have a small bite.
Well, I was going to push it in your mouth, but okay.
Yeah, at this time, Draken, you're back in halfling form, and you know, let's finish that scene real quick before we go out.
Yeah, I want to finish that scene.
Yeah, let's finish that scene.
Why would you do that?
Because, for one, you don't need to be out there in essentially Deathland. And
Guys, wait a second.
on the other hand, just tell him everything's fine. We can worry about this after tomorrow occurs.
Whatever. If everything was fine, it wouldn't have mattered anyways.
I know, but whether it is or not, we need to tell him that it is.
Right? I'll go do that, I guess. Don't do that again, please.
Oh, you're back already! Rezard walks up to you. So, what did you see?
Everything was fine.
Roll deception.
Can I help?
I'll give you advantage.
Fine. Where's my deception?
There's your DC, by the way. Okay,
Dang.
you deceive him. You deceive him.
25.
Oh, thank God. Just hope I have a life after this is all over with. And then he'll go ahead and leave you to your own devices at this time. And that will conclude our session for today. Join us.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. We're going to go ahead and end the session, though. Sorry. But we'll join us again next week, Sunday, 12 p.m. Central. We'll pick up on this. We're probably going to get into day 4, so we'll see what craziness that lady is about. And then join us Wednesday at 7 p.m. as we go back to Tynak. We've been off for 2 weeks, guys. How's it feel to be back?
Woo-hoo!
Wonderful.
Alright, so last
I had to
chance.
wrap my head around what we were doing.
Yeah, so last chance, if any of you guys, especially my players, I think you deserve it. If you want to win the prize that's up for grabs, you can go ahead and type !raffle. We're going to give that away here in just a few. In stream chat if you want it. It's Resident Evil Revelations.
No, thank you. I'll give it a pass.
Alright. So, are we ready to see who the winner is then?
Yep.
Oh, kitty!
Alright, and with that, the cat decides.
Woo!
Lexi, you get to play a game!
Yay!
And I might give away something else next Wednesday as well. And we'll kick Lexi out of the chance to win it so that you guys can win it. How's that sound? And Lexi, yeah, and Lexi, I will give you that Steam key later, and you can download that game if you want. And with that, yeah, go ahead and say goodbye to everybody. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Everybody.
Night, all.
Yep, and with that, do you hear this chaotic calling?